Hey, everybody. Sorry about that.
What's happening?
Hey. So, thank you, everybody, for being patient. We weren't ready. And so I just wanted to get some things together that we're going to be talking about today.
Yes,
Oh, no
indeed.
Spitfire.
What's up, Cheese? Hey, Mac. Happy Life
Yeah,
Day.
Cheese
Good
was
to see you.
cooking. And I'm not going to go all the way to the beginning because, we'll be here all night looking at chat. But
Yeah.
I did see Cheese was making meatloaf, I
SoFlo,
believe.
Lisa Oldham's, Kareen, Granny Wild, Chrissy B. Yeah, I didn't see we're gonna review some clips of Queen B talking about my military service and how Emmy's not a real teacher. So these people have gone completely out of their fucking
Well, now let me
minds.
correct you because it wasn't Queen and her panel who said that.
Oh,
It
was
was
her
someone
chat.
in chat had said that I'm not a real teacher, I'm on teacher assistance.
Yeah, it's
Which
awesome.
I didn't realize there was such a program, so I would
And
love to learn more about that.
it turns out, Dinglepuss, man, I'm never gonna bow to any fucking YouTube gutter ass people, fucking clowns. Can anyone tell me where Queen Bee works? Does she have a job or does she just grift off everyone? Because it seems to me she doesn't even work. What are her talents? She's talking shit on my paintings. She would never be a customer of mine anyways. I wouldn't deal with someone so disrespectful. Gross. But I missed this all. I watched the Raiders games last night. It was the worst fucking football game ever played.
Oh yeah, it was the Raiders and who?
The Chargers.
Right. That's right.
It was it was so bad. I mean, I watched it because it became this thing where it was just real funny. Usually you don't have a score like that.
And one thing I did want to point out too is that I put the chat on subscribers only for 10 minutes just because, Sinner seems to be getting blamed for that. We both have mod capabilities. So just so
Yeah, there's no need to
everyone's
explain
aware,
yourself.
I'm the one who put it on today for
There's no
10
need
minutes.
to. No need to explain yourself to people
No, but
that.
I mean, if that's what's important.
We could do what we got to do here within an hour and a half and 2 hours, and they have to sit over there for 6 hours, fucking pretending they're important.
Yeah, it's my fault. I mean, it's okay. I'm okay with it being my fault.
I mean, did Queen Bee graduate from boot camp? Was it Paris Island or San Diego? Because it's fucking wild for a YouTube grifter, a litigant whose only big accomplishment in life is being in a legal battle with a world famous YouTuber. She's talking shit about my Marine Corps service. The fuck out of here, lady. Little Timmy, YouTube bitch.
Yeah, and it's my opinion that going after someone's military service is pretty low.
Yeah.
And to question whether or not, and it actually wasn't Queen or B Tim, it was actually Heels who was questioning your military service.
Oh, the forgiven racist, like Zig Hales in the air, right? That lady, Hails in the air. She doesn't get an opinion because she's a fucking racist. If everyone wants me to just start my channel by reviewing her blog that she had and her open letter to Trayvon Martin's parents, I'd be happy to do that. Everyone already knows she's a racist. The fact that she's forgiven and so comfortable is the problem.
Oh, Phyllis, I'm glad you asked that question because Gina actually is brought up in the clip that I have ready for us today. So we're going to be covering quite a bit in 25 minutes.
And please drop the link to my channel because in my community post over the weekend, I'm not going to jump for these people, but I'll post the last 5 or 6 paintings that I sold. That when I sold them, that's how I bought food to survive. So if they're debating that, I mean it's irrational for them to, you know. But not only they do the same thing with true crime cases. They don't know names of anything. They can't get anything right, and now they're just doing it to me. I mean, it's shame on them. They're not worthy. I mean, none of them. None of them. I'm talking Slowina, that ghoul, all of those. All I mean, they're either people that have never done anything or are just so disappointed that they missed their opportunity. Why? It's not my fault. It's not my fault, Queen Bee, that this is who you are.
Yeah, hippie, I agree. Judgmental, thinking they, quote, know what is good for y'all. And I just, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it because I do. No, well, here's the thing. So, first it was, I was going too hard on BHB. It was all I did was cover BHB. Well, that wasn't true. I also did true crime cases. I did clip other creators here and there, but BHB was enough. And then so now that I'm, you know, derailing where I initially started from, it's now a big deal. I mean, isn't that the point of a journey, is
No,
to learn and
yeah,
grow on the way?
yeah, it's ridiculous. And she said, questioning anyone's valor and calling a vet a coward is so un-American. That's what's lost on these people. I mean, Queen Bee is such a fucking YouTuber that she actually thinks she's important. Listen, I have to say this before we even go over any clips. I never liked that channel. I always knew that they were the source of all the ugliest shit. Every time you went in there, they were just talking the ugliest, meanest shit about one particular person until they wore them down. Well, I think they met their fucking match because they're not going to wear me down. I'm going to keep calling them out. B. Tim, you're a whole fucking bitch. You would never talk. You would never say any of that shit that you say about the glare to his face. You would never say that shit to my face either. Have fun with the photos of me. I give no fucks. The photos, the photos that you find of me, you're looking at a United States Marine, whether you like it or not. And what have you done with your life? What are you proud of? Can you paint? You can't do anything. Your claim to fame is being in a law battle with some wild ass woman in Florida. And let's not forget that she didn't just pick you out of a crowd to sue. The reason she sued you is because you were doing nasty things to her. I can say that now. The gloves are off. Yes, Queen Bee, you were a nasty ass bitch to Betty. And as a return, she was a nasty ass bitch back to you. Both of you are dealing with the same characters. Both of you are bedfellows with Aileen. Both of you are the fucking problem. I've been screaming it silently for fucking 6 months. Now you have it. The cat's out of the bag. And the thing is, a lot of people know that I'm right. Trust me, they're messaging me. But the fact is, you got a lot of people financially invested. That's a different kind of loyalty. You're no fucking gangster. Have fun with my photos.
Yeah, AMAC. Last night was interesting to say the least. But that's for another day because we have some things to talk about from. And so the clip that we have is not the clip that I had been reacting to during my live. This is actually a clip of what was going on after I finished my live, because
Mystery wants me to get my facts straight. Mystery says, "Get your facts straight, Mystery. Mystery, I just told you the truth. And if you're too, you know, enamored by something else to understand simple language, then I can't help you. But I'm not gonna trade my facts for whatever you're saying. That's a fact. Nice try, Mister Three."
Well, Fairy Meadows, one thing I will say is that the name calling, sure, Sinner's name calling, but what I heard today, I hadn't listened to the rest of Queen's Live, but apparently we were the talk of the live pretty much the entire time. And if you don't consider what Queen and her panel were doing as name calling, then I can't help you, because what
Yeah,
they're
that's
saying
fine.
we're doing, they're doing just the same, only worse, because I would never insult someone's military service, question their service. I would never say, depending on whatever their job is, you know, um, they spread shit across their work every day. Yeah. So
Yeah,
again, like I said yesterday, I'm still not going to be a complete asshole, but if you want
yeah,
to talk shit on us, then I'm going to talk shit back,
yeah. They can all kiss
because
my ass. They're useless to me. I mean, tell me again. I urge anyone to tell me what Queen Bee does for a living, because I told you guys what I do. I paint and I sell them.
Mystery, there was a whole lot of bashing me, so I'm not sure if we were listening to the same live,
Yeah.
but there
She
was a
admit,
lot of bashing going on.
no, Mystery missed it. I honestly, I missed it. I watched the worst football game ever. Queen Bee
Yeah,
can
I
go
agree
pretty low and
completely
dirty.
too.
Yeah, the thing is, like, it seemed to me like everyone. I even asked Emmy like last week. I was like, why are people taking it easy on me? And then all of a sudden, it was like they were like, what's? I was next on the list or something. They're fucking troglodyte animals. I mean, they're the liquid that's left at the bottom of the trash can. They have no talent or skill except to be fucking like a bamboozler. And hey, Queen Bee, like have fun with the photos of me. We know what you look like too, but I'm not low enough to fucking even use photos of you, because like that's just the grimiest. That's the reason I don't like you, is because you and the people that hang around you do that, and that's why I never liked you. There's no fucking mystery here.
In Mystery, that is your choice, and I appreciate you being here. But if you're not okay with it now, then that's okay.
Oh, you might as well leave now because it's not going to get any more comfortable for someone that's going to come simp for her. Moto says anyone can paint by numbers, but I mean you're cool.
Oh, who is this? Yeah, goodbye.
Yeah, there's a bunch of useless fucking slags in here.
Oh, and actually, you know what I'll do just to be,
Mystery,
let's go to 20 minutes, shall we? Yeah,
you're not
let's
on
do it.
Emmy's channel. You're on my channel, silly goose. If you're gonna sit here and talk shit on me and be like hug Emmy, that's just weird. But I mean that's the intent. Emmy and I get along so well, and you know people think they could break up the happy buddies. Not gonna happen. We just pay closer attention how fucking shitty you are when you try to do it.
And I have Hippie, and I still do. I mean, BHB needs to stop. She's still doing her fuck shit, and she's doing it like tenfold. And she continues to threaten people who are striking her for privacy and copyright violations. She's continuing to do what she does best, which is nothing at all. And she needs to be stopped.
Meanwhile, Queen Bee is doing exactly the same thing that Betty sued her for to a bunch of other people, like on her channel. Like every once in a while, B Tim's are like tell him to stop, don't say that. But I mean, in general, it's a big ass sloppy show.
Truth Seeker says I got judged for liking Sinner. Well, I'm clearly being judged too, but you know what?
I mean, I guess that's their tactic. I mean, none of them actually decided to have a conversation with me. They're just like, let's just assassinate the school teacher with 2 master's degrees. Like, YouTube. Like, what? What do you? How does that make sense? So you're literally just talking shit on a Marine Corps veteran and a school teacher with 2 master's degree just to make for what? Like, does it like make you happy? You get excited about it? Like, she's not worthy, for lack of better words. She's not worthy. She doesn't have a skill. I mean, if there was if there's no electricity, she starves.
And yeah, so Petunia is going through it with good old BHB. And I did see that BHB's video of her phone call got taken down by YouTube, and she is now threatening to post it back up as soon as she can. Well, I hope you do, BHB, because then you can only blame yourself for your own demise, not Queen Bee. So, I mean, I just say to BHB, keep doing what you're doing because you're going to be your own downfall.
Yeah, I'm no longer entertained by being forced to pay attention to someone else's fucking legal problems. And now that same person's talking shit, then it's game on. Sloppy asshole. Should have like really does everyone think she's like Miss Innocent and like she was struck by a legal lightning bolt? Or did Betty pick her for a reason? I guess she fucked around and found out, huh? But then somehow, because obviously Betty's a bigger asshole, it becomes this little dynasty. Like, how's she going to make money after this? Does she have a job?
Oh, and Jersey. Let's not forget Jersey.
Yeah, fuck that slag as
Because
well.
Jersey's been making her rounds everywhere.
She can come get it.
And yeah. And I will say that I did see comments that Jersey made on BHB's video doxing Petunia, not only talking about her, but her family, her address, her job. Again, tigers don't change their stripes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Truth Seeker. I appreciate that.
Phyllis, awesome. Always awesome to see you. Phyllis Geiger says Bertha took down a video today. I didn't watch. Emmy may know better. What up, good Nunya?
No. BHB did not take the video down. YouTube took it down for privacy violations.
Recently or today? I didn't watch any.
I got an email this morning from YouTube saying that a video I had reported it for harassment and bullying, that it had been taken down, but when I went and looked at it, it said that it had been removed due to privacy violations. So it had nothing to do with my report, but whenever you report a video and it does have some kind of consequence, they email you to let you know that it was either, removed or restricted.
Good Nunya has a question. Good Nunya has a question just left the screen, which is, I guess, needs to be addressed. No question. It is the question of the day. People are actually asking me the same thing. So the people are alluding to the fact that Emmy had something to do with police being called to Bullhorn Betty's house, and never. I mean, not to my knowledge, and I mean, there's no way I would play along with something like that. It would be bets off, and I'll let Emmy speak for herself, I suppose.
All right. So how anyone would engage with lies with BHB and then feel some type of way when she does what BHB does? It's confusing to me. I don't understand. What do you mean? Engage with lies?
I mean, she could be talking about Queen Bee. I mean, it makes sense
Like that
either way.
I'm lying?
Yeah. Man, Good Nunya is so good with words. Like, what the hell? Why does she have to write a riddle? Make it more straightforward for us, please. Oh yeah, she was talking. She said to be more clear, it was not a question about Emmy. You were speaking on Petunia calling. I didn't know it was Petunia until today. I mean,
Oh yeah, I was responding to Petunia in chat, Nanya.
but
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully Petunia can clear anything up. I mean, this is the most I've ever communicated with Petunia except talking in
Nanya.
chat. But I would never do that. I mean, unless honestly, if someone I thought was really in trouble, but it would have to be so extreme. It would have because I don't even trust what's going to happen if the authorities try to come at somebody who is fragile. I would try to call a neighbor, get somebody nearby. I'd call the, you know what I would do? I'd call the local fire department and say, hey, I'm worried about my buddy because they don't have pistols.
And Amax said Petunia mentioned she is a medical professional, so she is a mandated reporter. I think. Okay, so Petunia can probably clear that up.
Yeah, but there was, I mean, at least from what my knowledge, there was no orchestration. There was no plan to call her and do that. Because I don't even agree with the fact that anyone called, let alone had anything to do with it. I would never play along with anything like that.
Oh, all right. So Emmy genuinely asking because I trust that you watch a lot of BHB content. Well, not so much anymore. Did you ever hear her say she was going to? So what she said, Nanya, and again, this is not verbatim because obviously I'm not reviewing it. BHB made a comment that the haters, and she named off certain people, would like her to unalive herself during a live stream so that they could have content. That is what she said.
Yeah.
Which I don't even know how you would get to the point to even say something like that, or that you would
Yeah.
think
Well, I mean,
that I don't even know.
well, I guess the good Nanya did not ask me, but I mean, welcome to the sourpuss. Like, for me, I've never heard her say anything like that because I'm aware enough that if I did feel like there was something that reached that level, I would have done it myself. But I mean, I mean, the way Betty talks shit, that's the way she talks shit. I never thought overtly she said anything that raised to that level. Although I'm not a mandated reporter as a medical professional or anything, I'm just some dude, you know. But if I did see someone doing something in a live, who knows? I'm in a lot of weird lives. If I saw something that raised that level, I'd do what I could to try to make sure they could, didn't hurt themselves or whatever the situation was. But no, I've never seen that from Betty. So I mean, it was just as surprising to me as it was to a lot of people that even happened.
Yeah, and I someone has a clip of it, and I don't know if it's no wire hangers, don't quote me. I had watched the live, but obviously I didn't clip it because I wouldn't, because it's clearly like, I mean, I would feel that that was exploitation to the T. So, Nanya, I don't know the answer to your question. Petunia probably could answer it. So Nanya said, so someone took that to mean she was going to do that, right?
I mean, that's what the police report reads. I mean, for me, that was the importance of getting, the police report. And the first question I was like, how do we get that? And it turns out it was already had. We were like the 15th people to even get our hands on it. But somehow Emmy's like obsessed and stalking. No, it was already there. It was very easily attainable. I mean, all you had to do was go online and put in your name and email.
And thank you, Deets. Deets said, that's not what she said. She said, they are all pushing me to unalive myself, but I'm not going to. Those were her exact words. Another creator played it, so it's out there. Thank you.
Yes, yeah. I'm not
But
even sure, but
I do remember her saying that they could use it for content. which I would hope no one would do that.
I mean, but the conversation just ran so wild. Like people were like, "Oh, they want her to hurt herself." Absolutely not. I mean, listen to the last two lives of Emmy and I on this channel, and you can hear me saying we don't want any harm brought to anyone. That's not what the fucking game is. We're not trying to break anyone down or any of that. I know that happens here, but that's not what we're doing.
Yes,
I mean,
and as Amex says, anywho.
yes, anywho.
So we are going to review just a part of Nunya. I have not pulled any body cam footage. I only have those 2 reports.
Yes, and I mean to acquire the body cam footage, fine. Like, of course, you could do that records request, but I mean to use that to like they were accusing us to gonna get that and make a live about it. No one ever said that. Never said that. That's exploitation. That's not at all what I do, and that's not at all what Emmy does. So again, it's just like it's like character assassination by people that have no character.
Yes. You're welcome, Nunya. So I think we'll get started. The clip that I have is actually, it's 3 different clips put together. So it's about 24 minutes. And so there will be, and I didn't edit it at all because, like I said, I was really far behind. So there may be some parts where you see like the chat moving, and that's because it got stuck and I had to move it with my finger, or it might just sound choppy. The reason it's choppy is because when I was screen recording, I hit pause, waited until they, skipped over or whatever, and then started a new clip. So it's just like 3 clips together. So let me.
SoFlo said that you did say that you were going to get the body cam footage. I'm waiting for it. I don't think anybody has it.
Yeah, I probably did say I was going to get it, but
Yeah. I'd
I
assume
didn't.
if you had
I
it, you would
haven't
have shared it with
requested
me.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the lady at the sheriff's office had asked about 911 calls, and I was like, "No, I don't want that.
I would
I don't care
honestly
about
just
the 911
want to. I
calls."
mean, the only thing interesting about it would be the first 10 seconds whenever, like, a couple professional people are walking up to a door, wasting their resources and knocking on a door. And that, I mean, if someone knocks on your door, that's a clear sign that, I mean, one thing you could be sure of, if someone knocks on your door, you're not being swatted. Anything else in the entire existence could be occurring, but the one thing that's not occurring if someone knocks on your front door is that you're being swatted.
And so good, Nunya, and I actually wanted to respond to that too. So swatting is the act of false pretense police calls that cause a police presence that is not needed. It does not mean the SWAT team, according to Google, that is. And actually, Google does have different ones, but again, I can't answer for Petunia. However,
Well,
I would hope that no one would call under false pretenses.
so if that's the definition, which is obviously debatable, then calling a welfare check is a SWAT then?
So
Is
I
it
think it
because
also depends.
there must be some distinction because between calling out of concern for someone and saying this person has someone hostage or whatever type of scenario. I mean, there must be a difference in how it's handled.
So
So,
according to Oxford Languages Dictionary, swatting is the action or practice of making a prank call to emergency services in an attempt to bring about the dispatch of a large number of armed police officers to a particular address. And
so it
then
could be. So it could
origin
be. So I
early
mean, it could.
21st century, which is current modern times, with reference to the possibility that a SWAT team will be dispatched.
Well, the fact is, if I mean, if your little brother's off his meds for 3 days and starts screaming and fighting with your mom, and the police show up, they're going to be heavily armed anyways. What do they mean heavily armed? Are they going to roll in a truck? They're all armed with pistols and rifles in each car. Like, that's heavily armed, in my opinion. In any case,
Okay, and
sure.
I didn't see
So
that,
it's
AMAC.
it's more ambiguous than it is in my mind. I hope I'm not just, when I think of swatting, I think of like a door being busted in. Like, I'd assume probably wrongfully that if someone's in trouble in such a way that they would handle it with more gentle hands. But
Deet says, I wonder who's going to tell creators like Makeup Mobster who had Ellie knock on her door that she wasn't swatted after all this time. That I have nothing. I don't know anything about that. But if Ellie is just knocking on your door, I'm not. I mean, again, it all has to do with interpretation and what definition you pick
I
from Google.
I do love that. Deets says, I wonder who's gonna tell. I think you just told her. I think Deets just told her. So
Oh, I'm being sarcastic for those in the bushes. I think MM was swatted. Oh, in
I
California, you
didn't
will end
see.
up
I'm
in
so
jail
unfamiliar
if
with
you
that.
do that.
I mean, as you should. I think it's an asshole thing to do. I mean, again, like an incredible waste of resources. I mean, you're just wasting the local tax money, whoever you call and do bullshit like that. And then
All
you
right.
wonder why there's an emergency and no one shows up because they're dealing with a bunch of bullshit like that.
Right. SoFlo, it probably is. I haven't looked up the laws, but I would assume that, wasting emergency services resources, it's yeah. All right, so we are going to start. Again, this is about 24 minutes. And I wanted to keep chat. So I'm sorry that it's so skinny and it may be hard to see. I wanted to keep chat up here because there were a few things that I wanted to address with what was being said about myself in chat. Because again, I want to set the record straight because there's things being said that aren't true. And
I mean, almost everything, almost everything. And honestly, I'm not surprised. This is exactly what I expect from that channel, and that's what I've been saying secretly out of respect for all the people around me that have love for it, but I don't. I simply don't, and that's just what it is. And I mean, if they're going to question my military service and they don't like my paintings, that's cool. But I mean, they're never going to get someone that's going to be their little bitch or their little Cinny. I hope they understand that. I'll be the thorn in their side.
all right, well, here we go. Oh, and one thing I do want to mention, in response to my live yesterday, because there was a response to my live yesterday, I will be responding to the clip that I did watch, because there were some accusations that I never watched Queen's live yesterday when I did my response, that Sinner actually watched it and then told me about it.
Yeah.
That is the farthest from the truth.
It's
So,
real
but
funny.
that will be coming on a different day.
Let it
Yes.
not be lost on anyone that we're speaking of Queen Bee, someone without a job, talking shit on a school teacher with 2 master's degrees for no good reason other than for jollies, and then allow her chat to go completely wild while Tiny Tim sits up there and tries to regulate the situation while she goes and has another shit. I think she shits 3 times during each 6-hour live because she's not there.
Actually, he didn't really regulate this live.
Yeah, because he's a bitch.
All right, let me move that comment quick.
All right, eventually, he's going to run into an actual man. He's going to get fucking open hand smacked for talking to the wrong person the wrong way. That's a challenge, not a threat, Tim. Anywhere, anytime.
All right, and Sinner has not seen this clip. I have, and so I know how I feel about it. So it's going to be genuine reaction. And it's, for me, it was appalling.
Yeah, see, this is I don't know, he got up like a little bitch.
Oh my god.
Is what it is. Stay triggered, Sinner, you little bitch.
Oh, Sinner's triggered.
Oh yeah, he is majorly.
Oh, poor
Big
Sinner.
time.
We didn't even go that hard on him too.
Right.
He needs to like toughen up a bit.
He's got that little energy.
Little ping energy.
Little ping energy.
Oh my god. What is he raging in chat?
Listen who's talking about me. Someone who's actually done something with their life and is currently doing something with their life. We're talking about a guy that works at Subway, little Timmy, and Queen Bee. Do you guys remember Fraggle Rock, that trash heap that was out back? In my mind, that's the way Queen Bee has always looked. You know, like she brushes her fucking teeth with fireworks. She doesn't care about anybody except for herself. And that's my fucking opinion.
And just to address this comment, I heard on the grapevine that parents watch you. Just a heads up, please be careful. What parents?
Hello, parents.
My students don't know I have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, man, if it's the most ridiculous shit ever. And this is not even your YouTube channel. This is our YouTube channel.
Yeah, and the only reason that my administration knows I have one is because of BHB. Because
exactly, Good Nunya is a mother.
What was going on?
Shame, Good Nunya. How dare parents watch this?
Oh snap!
I mean, yeah, if I took caution to every warning I've ever been given, I mean, there would be no reward.
Oh, you know what? We're gonna do a poll. We're gonna do a poll.
Get it,
and hopefully everybody can see the poll question. So the question is, are you a parent watching? Yes is the top, no is the bottom.
Whoa, Healing Time has 7 children, so she's officially the authority on motherhood. If you've got 7 children,
Healing Time, God bless you.
You must be. I mean, like they say, be good at it. Pet parents, yes. Well, for you they do AMAC, but
I have 8 fur babies plus 2 foster fur babies, so I have 10 total.
No, I mean, honestly, Queen Bee criticizing you is like, I mean, she has equal amount of federal sentences than you do master's degrees. That's just a fact. That's how, like, I hate to punch down, but like, you're not even on the level. How dare she?
Yep, and that is true. Kind of just like Center said, parents will know I have 2 master's degrees. And lest us not forget, I also have a certification in forensic criminology. But, you know.
No, Pookie, I know I have 1 cat. My sister's taking care of it while I'm out in Cali, but I'm trying to find a reason to go back east, but it's so nice out here right now.
Chronicles, that is true. Do you know how many teachers are at the bar right now? This isn't bad. Either is the bar. Agreed. Because
yeah, exactly. Go talk to the bartender. Nearest the nearest heart surgeon specialist. Like, talk to a couple of brain surgeons, bartenders, and see if they have a drink. Crazy asses.
Oh, Lisa. Well, I'm just gonna say a parent in general, because if we're fur parents, fur baby parents, human parents a parent. So I mean, it wasn't specific. It was just I have parents watching.
Yes, and I know Pookie spends all types of work and energy on the pets, so I'm not trying to take that away from anyone.
Sinner's my friend. No, Sinner's an asshole. Okay. Sinner's a complete asshole to everyone. He's been an asshole to me when I was very nice to him. He's been an asshole to everyone. So I mean,
everyone?
I don't give a fuck about Sinner. He's a loser.
I mean, I guess you've been an asshole to everyone.
You know what? I've actually made friends here on YouTube. So, little Timmy, little bitch, you're wrong again. Like everything, you're wrong about everything. But please keep talking shit on the glare, man, because it makes my day. People send me those clips. It's the funniest thing. Like I want to animate like this little bitch ass puppy barking at a big dog, because you would never say that shit to the glare. You call me a bitch, dude? You would never say that to my face. That's what makes us different. That's why I'm an actual man, and you're a little a bunion rubber. You're the official rubber of Queen Bee's bunions. Shit's not cute for anyone except for you. You got a bunch of senior citizen women over.
Oh, you cut out.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, there you go. Okay, it got weird for a second.
I was just saying his claim to fame is rubbing Queen Bee's bunions and having a bunch of senior citizens super chat about how sexy he is. Like a bunch of like old ladies masturbating to him. That's his claim to fame. He's a loser. He's a fucking loser. And he would never talk to a real man that way. He's too comfortable around those bunions to get it right. And I'll say it again. He's like, oh, he's so threatening. Sinner's so. I'll tell you what, Timmy. Anytime, anywhere. That's not a threat. That's a challenge. You little punk bitch. Whenever you're ready, train up. Whatever you got to do.
And I'd rather be an asshole than a loser.
Oh yeah, she started out calling me a clown, and like I'd much rather be a clown than whatever that heap of garbage is that doesn't have a job. Keep that in mind. Unemployed.
Oops, sorry, wrong window.
Loser. Yeah, because he acts like one on this fucking thing, and he's a lol cow.
And if you need me to slow down, I have this on 1.5 speed. If anyone needs me to slow down how fast they're talking, let me know. I can do that. But it is on 1.5 speed.
Yeah, I mean, just the fact that I had to look up what a lolcow was explains how much I give a fuck about that little twerp's opinion. Really, I didn't even know what it was till he said it. I did see the word cow, and I know he's so close to Queen Bee's udders constantly, suckling. So maybe he's more comfortable with, insults like that. But I'll just call him a little mark-ass buster. Or, a clown. I mean, if he had any talent, I'd call him a toy.
And what we do with lol cows? We laugh at them because he is a motherfucking lol cow.
When he gets triggered, it's funny as hell.
Oh yeah, it's hilarious. So what is he raging in the
chat?
Talking
about going over to their house and all that shit. You remember when he was going off? He was going off. You had to take him down. That shit was fucking hilarious.
He was like threatening me to fight me. He was like, "You wanted to fight me?" I'm like, "Bro, you're a lol cow. I'm not gonna fight lol cows in the street. Go back to your pasture, you fucking lol cow."
Wow.
Yeah,
and that's why I'm saying.
Because he wouldn't. Like, some of us have never been punched in the face, and it shows. I mean, that's just what it is.
I'm sorry. Like, this is so... I don't even know. Like, it's to the point where it's so outrageous, it's comical.
Yeah, I mean, they're the biggest bullies on the block, and I've been saying it forever, and like, they're just proving it. They're just proving it.
Oh, and thank you, Petunia, actually, for bringing that up, because there were some individuals in chat saying that you over-talk me a lot.
Oh, my bad.
We do this all the time because the way, and again, like, our timing is wrong. And I talk over Sinner too sometimes because I think he's done talking and he's not. So again, it's not deliberate, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, if it's perceived that way, that's cute. Not my problem. I'm just not good at this. That's basically what it boils down to. So, noted criticism. I think it was. Yeah. Let's do it.
Angel Chips, this is actually, I mean, high school was a little bit better than this. I feel like this was more like 8th grade. Well, maybe 7th grade, because 8th grade was like, oh, we're almost to high school, we're cool. 7th grade is in my experience, 7th grade is where all the drama was. And then maybe senior year, because we're all like, oh, we're getting the hell out of here. And so we can just do, all kinds of stuff. But
I did, against my best interest, like research the definition of lolcow. And the irony is not lost on me that someone like Tiny Tim would call me that, because that's exactly what him and his fearless leader are. They're absolute clowns. I mean, they're just pretending to be important when they have nothing, no redeeming quality, nothing to offer back to society or their neighborhood, or probably even their own household, to be quite honest. Someone that feels comfortable trying to discredit someone's honorable military service and talk shit about a school teacher. That's who they are. That's who they've always been, but now they've proven my point.
The flying versus the driver, I think he meant the other guy could bring weapons. I don't know if he could have brought weapons. I'm thinking that, because I don't think Adam 22 would be like pulling out guns and shit like that. I don't think he would do that, man. I don't know. Cena wants the fade. Oh, shit. He wants the fade. Listen. I'm not fighting him in the back of a 7-Eleven, okay? He's got to, I have a job. I mean, that's a little weird.
Sinner needs to go sit down and finish his ugly ass artwork.
Oh, shit.
So this
That's
is where
that's the third time that he talked about fighting me at a 7-Eleven. Little Timmy, if I have to fulfill your little fantasy and fight you at a 7-Eleven, I'd be happy to. I'll even wear a Captain Save-A-Hope, cape to fulfill your weird little fantasy. Fucking weirdo.
I'm the hoe.
Like honestly, take the queen bee necktie off your neck when you masturbate, you little weirdo, and stop thinking about me.
This is where it gets pretty. Well, actually, this wasn't the most fucked up, but it was pretty fucked up.
Don't get me started on that.
What artwork did you see? What are you talking about? His artwork? I've never seen his artwork.
Oh, it's terrible. It's fucking
Really?
terrible. Yeah.
Oh,
and then he tried to put a picture of himself up from like 1999.
Oh, fuck. I need to see his artwork. Is
Somebody doxed the fuck out of him. It wasn't me. I have no idea about who did it, but they doxed every living fuck out of him.
I need to see his artwork.
His dox has been circulating for a while, actually.
Yeah, well, I mean.
And then he fucking put a picture out. Once his real pictures came out, he put a picture of himself out from like 1990.
Oh no!
The picture was from a year and a half ago. Actually, the one that's half of my face is from like less than fucking a month ago. Dummies. That's what I mean. What are they looking for? Why did little Timmy say, I need to see his artwork? I mean, I don't want you fucking thinking about my artwork, you little weirdo. Stick to those bunions, man. That's your work. You got to massage Queen Bee's bunions. Just keep it that. Everyone loves when you do that. Just keep it that.
Oh, that's bad.
It's like, oh fuck, you look like you're fucking 10. You know what I mean?
They were reviewing. I honestly have no idea. I skipped over it. It was. And I did read what the title was because I was like, who are these people? And then I don't know who it was.
Yeah, I mean, just recently they've been trying to review the Soft White Underbelly and that controversial interview with that young girl, which is insane. Instead of doing a respectful thing, they just put her up there as the thumbnail. Like, you're criticizing the guy for exploiting the girl and you're using the exploitive photo. Good job, guys. Congratulations. And then talk about it while little Timmy wears lingerie. It's fucking weird.
In Chronicles, I probably am running pretty close to Tim because I do say I have a job. I say it a lot. So I'm probably a close second. Yeah. Because I do say it a lot.
Like you're 12 years old, stop. Then you've seen it. He said, what now? I had a problem with him when he said going at Gina Diamond was transphobic. Nope, her actions brought heat.
And never said that.
Well, when she said what she said.
I never said that going at Gina Diamond was transphobic. Those words were never spoken. And it's another fucking untruth and misinformation from Queen fucking Grift. Never happened. I never said those words. I knew that Gina did fucked up things, and I knew that people were picking on her for different reasons. I saw the people that were picking on her because she's a trans person. I know who those people are. I didn't say that's why people have criticism of her. And that's an insane thing to say, and it's also grossly untrue.
And you know, that pissed a lot of people the fuck off.
Yeah. Yeah, but the guy, Sinner's just a joke, man. Gets mad all the time. He copies me. I mean, motherfucker made himself a lemon. I'm like, bro, I was a tomato.
Oh.
How could I copy him? Like, what would I have to do? Like, I'm actually a real person I fucking climbed Mount Fuji, little Timmy. Like, what have you done in your existence? Nothing, bro. Like, I don't even know who you're talking to. Like, where I'm from, people like you just get ignored and probably end up in their basement simping for someone like Queen Bee. But you would never eat at the table I eat at. You're below me. You're a little bitch. You get it?
And I find it funny that he believes you're a lemon because you wanted to be like him because he's an angry tomato.
That's
it's because
crazy.
Our channel is named Sweetie Pie and Sourpuss. Lemons are sour. That's why I'm a cupcake. Sinner's a lemon. It's not that hard to decipher.
He's a punk bitch. That's what he is. I want to use other words, but I'm trying to be better. He knows what he is. He's a little coward. I would pay any amount of money to see him come out of his little local coffee shop with his newspaper and he's fixing his glasses and look up and like the glare just be standing on the sidewalk in front of him. That kid would shit himself. I mean, he'd try to go live. He tried to get a hold of Queen Bee and Queen Bee couldn't save him. He's a bitch. It's that simple.
And Sinner, girl from Issaquah and Green Bean said you sounded just like Jesse Pinkman. I don't know who that is.
Jesse Pinkman is the funny one from Breaking Bad.
Oh, from Breaking Bad. Okay.
I'm actually okay with that. I've been called worse. I've been called little bitch by someone that doesn't even have a job who's like in a lawsuit with some other asshole. How fun is this? Who are these people? And how do they even enter what's the conversation? You should have some like accreditation or some qualifications to even like have an opinion about my military service or my artwork.
Oh, Hippie said a friend of mine climbed Kilimanjaro for his 40th birthday. Show off. I've never climbed. Well, I've climbed one mountain, but it wasn't really a mountain. It was like, like one of the peaks in New York. So it's not like a huge mountain.
Fuji's not that much of a flex. It just takes time. It's relatively easy. 1,200 feet. But the cool thing about Fuji is if you purchase the walking stick at the bottom, like each 1,000 feet, so all the way to the top, it's like 12. There's little guys that live up there, and they come out of their huts and they burn into your stick. Because not everyone goes all the way to the top. So, or you can come back a year later and finish it. But I went all the way to the top with a bunch of jar heads, and at the top they put a bell on it, and they told us you could see Tokyo from here. It's pretty goddamn far from Tokyo. So I was like skeptic anyways, and everyone's like, no, very positive. We got out there, we were in a cloud. We couldn't see each other, let alone Tokyo. But what have you done, Tim? Tell me. I mean, is your associates in taking out garbage in legal offices working out for you? I mean, is that why I intimidate you so much? Because like you want to be free like I am, and you just can't? I mean, I don't hate you people. You're not invited.
That pissed a lot of people the fuck off.
Yeah. Yeah, but the guy, Sinner's just a joke, man. Gets mad all the time. He copies me. I mean, motherfucker made himself a lemon. I'm like, bro, I was a tomato. Are you copying me?
Oh, don't fucking even beat thug.
Like, why are you picking like a lemon now to copy me?
A fucking disappointment in life.
Yeah, Jesus.
Every fucking thing else.
Next he'll be like,
with that.
yeah. Next he'll change his avatar to like a wasp or something, just to pretend to be even. That's his next evolution of his avatar.
You hear how nasty she's being?
Yeah.
Like a disappointment in life. Everything he does. Like, what is she even talking about? I've had way more wins than she's ever gonna have the rest of her days. I mean, what is her win gonna be? Is her win gonna be like winning a battle against a famous YouTuber? And then what? She's gonna have to find someone else to get into a battle with, or the money will stop. I mean, that's the whole. She's a one-trick pony. Like, once everyone who's financially invested, because it creates a different type of loyalty. I've said it before. We'll see.
And Happy Life, I am looking. Oh, here. Happy Life said, look for anyone that knows me. I have been subbed up to BT for 14 months, and I am extremely disappointed with her, quote, regular panel guest now. Ruins her streams.
Well, no, they tried to, like, oh, well, if you're saying this about Queen Bee, then you must be saying this about Burnt Toast. I never said one negative word about Burnt Toast, and you're not going to find me doing it. She's doing exactly what the fuck she said she was going to do. She said if anybody, and I believe her when she said it, she said if anybody had the balls to take on this motherfucker down in Florida, that she was gonna take great care in handling the information and distributing it to us, and she's doing us a service. It's got nothing to do with Queen Bee. I guarantee she'll be covering the next motherfucker that's in a sloppy lawsuit too. That's my opinion. They could be best friends, and it still doesn't change my opinion. If you're trying to bait me into saying something negative about Burnt Toast, it's not going to happen.
And give me just a second. I have to find, I don't think I can find it now. AMAC accidentally timed somebody out. Oh, wait, I can. Okay. I can actually, give me 1 second. So,
yeah, I did that to Kendra by accident once.
I just blocked you and I just unblocked you. So, KitKat, if you're listening, you should be able to chat now. You won't be in timeout for 86,000 seconds. And I blocked you and then unblocked you, so you should be able to chat now.
Oh shit! You were talking about BT as in BTim. See, he's not. When I see BT, I think Burnt Toast. Anyways, I meant what I said. People have been trying to bait me into that. So if you say this about her, you must be no. That's not what I'm saying. And hopefully, I made that abundantly clear. That was a thought that I had to clear up because people are like, "What? What do you mean?" I say what I mean. I think this litigation is because they were both assholes to each other. One was a bigger asshole, but doesn't change the fact that they're both assholes.
I don't like him. I think the guy. I've given that guy a lot of like fucking chances, and I've been very cordial to him. But he's fucking annoying.
Like, I'll go up on Queen Bee's panel right now. I'll expose it all. No, the fuck you won't.
And he talks about making this. And he talks about making this fucking documentary and shit. Like, I'm gonna make this video on him.
What documentary? What?
what is he even talking about? I'm not a filmographer. I've got a Motorola phone. That's the extent of my filming. This dude has a whole fantasy about me. I hope it doesn't make his little peen hard because that'd make me even more uncomfortable. But Timmy, just stop it. You don't know me at all. You wouldn't even be qualified to be my DoorDash driver, bro. Seriously.
Pookie, they don't have a 10-year sub wait, but that would actually be really funny. You have to wait 10 years to chat. I probably won't be around for 10 years, but we'll see.
Like, I'll go up on Queen Bee's panel right now. I'll expose it all. No, the fuck you won't.
And he talks about making this. And he talks about making this fucking documentary and shit. Like, I'm gonna make this video on them. I'll laugh at them, bro. More people laugh at you on your lives. You're pathetic. Absolutely pathetic all your lives. You don't offer actual commentary. You're not funny. I mean, I think I mean, like, it's just sad. Sad. Everything you do is sad. Pathetic and sad.
I disagree. I totally disagree. Of course. That's the wildest thing ever. How the fuck does he know if I'm sad or not? Like, honestly, is he's doing just like Betty does, and he's just self-snitching. He's a sad dude. You can hear it in his voice, man. Come on, Timmy. Don't try to project your sadness on me. It's weird. Like, honestly. Hopefully Queen Bee's sharing some of that money with him. Gotta be, right? I mean, those bunions aren't going to rub themselves, Tim.
Give me 1 second. Kit Kat is here. So Kit Kat is here. So I know it was an accident that you were timed out. So I did untime you out. So you are free to chat if you're still here.
God. Where do these fucking weird ass fucking people come from? What the fuck?
Pittsburgh.
I don't know, man.
Say it again.
I said Pittsburgh. I came from Pittsburgh. I was born in Children's Hospital in Pittsburgh. I was talking directly to Queen Bee. You dumb slag. You already have fucking Hiles in the air fucking doing research on me. You already know who I am. It's you already said in your chat that's what you do. You collect information on people. Fucking weirdo. Like I've already known this about you. Like I know your relationship with Jersey. None of this is secret. People just ignore it. Guess who doesn't? I don't. Get a grip. You can't rewrite your own history. Fuck.
I just find it interesting that the guy comes in here, insults you, says he doesn't give a fuck about your lawsuit, curses you out, and
right, this little bitch comes out the woodwork.
Curses you out.
Comes out the woodwork. We don't even know who the fuck he is. I never met him, seen him, heard of him, nothing.
Yeah.
Comes up on here. He's like, you guys are being little bullies.
Yeah. It's like, I don't like bullies.
The shit you guys are doing behind the fucking scenes is pretty goddamn gnarly there, yo.
Yeah, it's pretty bullyish behavior if you think about it.
Yeah.
A bunny badger. It's a honey badger, baby.
Yeah, I wasn't nasty to him originally. Even like when I was like talking shit, like he was like I was just keeping it to the side. But the guy comes at me in chat for multiple times. I'm like, look at the guy, like, what the fuck's wrong with you, bro?
Nah, he's
no,
always
I
been.
before. Had no idea who the fuck he was.
That's not true. I couldn't come at him because Queen Bee is a coward and blocks anyone who disagrees with her. She has probably just as many people blocked as Betty does. I mean, they're similar in that way. I can't go at him. I don't waste time on him. Like, this dude has full fantasies of fighting me at a 7-Eleven. He's got a cape for me and everything. Fact is, I never went at him. I never respected him. He wasn't worth my time. The first time I fucking started going at Queen Bee is whenever she was live. And I mean, you could, I'm not going to work and get clips for you, but she was saying that Emmy was showing her channel about Betty to her students. And that was complete disinformation, complete slander, and complete shot at Emmy. And so she's been going at Emmy ever since then. When she said just the other day, I'm going to stop being nice now. Bitch, you've never been nice to anybody. You're only nice to people that rub your bunions and fill that till.
Yeah, and actually, I think it was, again, someone in chat who said I was showing, like, that I had students, or she heard I had students in my chat. From where?
Yep, and I jumped up on panel and I corrected her.
Students don't know about my YouTube channel. They still don't.
And that's when they started wondering, like poking around their little pond to see if like we're going to be the animals that they make some money off of. Could we start drama? Like, what's the angle? Like, what can we do? Like, all Queen Bee's agents, like Jersey and people like that, are out getting stuff for her. So she was like, now's the time, we're going to pounce on them. Come get it, Queen Bee. Come get it. Expose the shit out of me. I triple dog dare you. It doesn't matter. I'm not afraid of who I am. I am somebody. You're nobody.
And Kit Kat, I'm sure you're listening. I thought I was being, slick and unblocking you, or blocking you and then unblocking you. I thought it would cancel out the timeout, but clearly it doesn't. So
yeah, I'm not in chat at all.
Ninth Live Sinner has been talking this trash about Queen Bee consistently for months.
Damn right.
And WADR Emmy, I don't know what that means.
Neither do I, but you're damn right.
Your panel, it was a matter of time before shots were fired back.
Shots have been fired at me
since Queen blocked me months ago.
No. Listen, asshole. These aren't shots. These aren't shots being fired at me. I'm describing them, and they're lying about us. There's a huge difference. They're not taking shots at me. They're lying. They're saying Emmy's a substitute school teacher, and that I was never in the Marines. These people are unstable and not worthy of the fucking filth that's coming out of their dirty little mouths. So yes, I've been exposing them and talking about them for months because I have no credit for them, no respect, nothing. I think they're the actual problem of everything. Even Betty agrees with me on that, huh? Fuck out of here with your comment. There you go, Timmy. I'm yelling at the chat, little bitch.
No, it's just some random guy that jumps up. Be like,
Rage on, sinner. Rage on.
keep on raging. It's like no one gives a fuck what you have to say, Sinner. You're not the show. You're not the star of the show. You're not even a side character.
Corinne, thank you for gifting a membership, love. I appreciate that.
Yeah. It's like low cow behavior. So anyway, let the low cow rage. Eventually he'll get tired and he'll be put back in the pasture to graze some more, to fatten up some more so we can laugh at him some more.
Yeah, that little bitch is not going to
Anyway,
put
besides
me
that-
in any pasture. He's talking about putting me somewhere. Dude, he couldn't even ask me to get out of his way. He would have to go around me. How are you going to put me in a pasture? I mean, hopefully people realize how ridiculous this little punk is, like talking this kind of shit. I mean, it's unacceptable. He could put me somewhere with the whole panel's help. I'm talking Slowina, that ghoul, all of those undesirable, unhealthy people. Then as a group, they couldn't put me somewhere.
But I'm guessing if we're in the pasture with all the other people that are lol cows, I'm pretty sure we'd be pretty powerful. Just saying.
Oh, they love us. I mean, also the 205 people in chat, since they don't like us mentioning that. I'm so happy each and every one of you are here. Hopefully Queen Bee's listening herself.
Oh,
Hopefully
and
she's
for the person who, we have 205 people in chat right now. And I would give memberships, but we're not monetized over here. So, yeah. And I didn't get to say hi to everyone because we had a lot to talk about.
Oh yeah, B Tim's a vegan.
Angel.
He probably supplements his protein with like bunion skin from Queen Bee's feet. Sorry guys.
All right, it's a little too visual.
He's such a little punk. Like it just amazes me because like I'm not the toughest guy in the world, but I've been in plenty of fights just because where I'm from, and like the things that he's saying about me, the thing that the Queen Bee's saying about like my military record, and calling me a little bitch the way she does, that's the wildest thing ever. Like, because if I ran into him and someone was like, "Hey, that's B Tim right there," I would immediately call him a little bitch directly to his face, but he wouldn't. He would pretend that he lost the contact, or that like he'd start cleaning his glasses, or he'd get out of the situation as quickly as he could. That's the difference between me and him.
Besides them raging, anything else going on?
No, not too much. Not that I think Brittany lost her monetization and shit for reused content earlier, so her big channel's down.
Shit.
I don't know. I think Tiffany and Benny, I know Benny did a live, and then Tiffany did like an 8-hour live stream. Like I have to go catch up because I don't even know what that was about, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I can't keep track with those two. You know what I mean? Like it's like you like another language. Some of these.
And so, notice they start talking about something else.
Yeah. They're just out of ideas, so they're just like, well, let's just talk.
And it comes right on back.
Because they're not very smart, and they don't read, and they don't, research anything. I mean, have you ever seen Queen Bee try to cover true crime? It's a calamity. I mean, you'd have better luck watching Hiles in the Air try to review a simple police document. I mean, they're idiots. It's like, fuck, I wish I had an animator with me at all times just to be like, you have to see this. Like, holy shit. We've got teeth falling out of mouths. we've got like a full circus in the background, dogs fighting, like, and they still can't get to the basic facts of a 3-page document in 45 minutes. It's like they were struck by a big dumb lightning bolt.
And Lisa, I have never heard of a channel called Salty Pancakes, so somebody in chat might know the answer to that question, but I have never heard of Salty Pancakes before.
Communities, they speak, and I can't keep track of that stuff, man. Some of these communities, you're just like, you catch one live, you're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, and so actually, this is where, so Y'all Nana says to Rowena, that's exactly what I thought when he said he was a Marine. And I don't know what Rowena had said before that, but this is where...
I mean, what is the question? Do they want to know, like, what units I served with and, like, where I was stationed? They could suck my balls. I mean, I am traveling, and I actually have
here we go.
My paperwork right here in case I need the VA. But, I mean, they are sadly mistaken if they think I'm going to be a little fucking jump through hoops for their sloppy-ass situation. Actually, Queen Bee, I'll show you my military record if you show me where you're employed. And we could do it live. On my channel, though, not yours. I have respect for myself.
So Rowena had said he doesn't exhibit any qualities of a Marine vet that I've ever seen, ever. Must have just taken the paycheck from the USMC, not the values or way of life.
Yeah, she could suck on a giant fat dick. How's that? That person has no idea what they're talking about. Again, the tradition that I carry as a Marine veteran is honor, courage, and commitment. These are 3 things that Queen Bee does not have. These are 3 things that little Timmy doesn't have. And her chat that sits there with her for 6 hours a day while she's shitting and Tim is trying to explain what's going on in the world, it's pathetic. So I don't have to explain myself to them any more than I already have.
Pookie. Pookie.
Like, I was watching that
subscribing, and then he said, I'm not subbed.
Yeah. But, like, that's so weird, man. And then I saw, like, this MK Ultra made a clip of some guy with glasses talking about a list of people, women that he's gonna, I was watching, I didn't even know what he was talking about. Street food cooking, which is pretty cool.
Okay,
wait, that has nothing to do with me.
Right, so this is, well, and that's because this is where you can hear it jump. This is where I paused, and then they were talking about something, and then I unpaused. So that's why there was that jump. So it kind of like, yeah.
Gotcha.
So they were talking about something else.
Yeah. I was like, that's on me. I have no list. I have a great memory. I don't need to make a fucking list like a weirdo. I don't need folders either. I don't need documents, Queen Bee. I don't need people collecting things for me like you do.
Lisa says, holy shiz, my dad is an ex-Navy. And he is so much like Sinner. I mean, he's not on social media, but he is a retired ER doc. He doesn't have time for stupid crap.
I appreciate that, Lisa, and that's it exactly. Like I don't just call people little bitches like I do Tiny Tim. Lightly, I mean, or all the time in my normal life. I have jokes. I make people laugh. I say hello. I hold doors. I'm a good person when I want to be, but they don't deserve a good person from me because they're not good people. So that's just the way it works. If you're like, oh man, the crazy shit he says to women. No, man, if you don't pay attention, like in this little genre, it's mostly women. So like if 10 people hate me and 8 of them are women, of course I'm talking more shit to women. It's just fucking statistics, bro. It's not that I'm sexist. Ask all 3 of my sisters. They love me. Ask any of my exes. Again, Tim, I'm sure you don't have exes. Yeah, I understand, man, but I have got all my exes' numbers and they all still very much care about me. So you can't comment on how I feel about women or how I treat women. I treat shitty people like shitty people. I don't care what they look like with their clothes off.
That's pretty cool to watch.
I'm fucking dead. He said, come get it, bitch. Nobody wants it.
Oh, he said,
Nobody fucking wants it.
what do you mean come get it? Like,
He said, come get it. Nobody wants it.
no,
What do you mean?
boy, he wants people to track him down and fight him in the streets.
I guess.
And so again, where she saw that, I didn't see it in chat. It could have been.
They're just so desperate.
But
I mean,
yeah.
of course, like I said, I'll fight him anywhere. I'll get on a plane. I got miles racked up, man. Like I'll even fly you if you want to come out here and fight in the sunshine. I just think that your body is not going to match up the words that you've been saying.
Oh, Spitfire. I'm so glad you said that about Jenga. So this is off topic, but the other day, Spitfire had Jenga pieces that like over 1,000 that had fallen down. So Spitfire says, I give up. The other night was over 1,000 Jenga pieces. Tonight it's going to be 200 plus flowers off my cherry tree light that I made the mistake of putting in the dishwasher today. We actually were playing Jenga. Today's Friday. On Wednesday, the kids got done with their work a little early, so we were playing Jenga, and I mean, we had it pretty high, and then I knew as soon, because I was watching from excuse me, a distance, I knew as soon as the girl put the Jenga, I was like, it's gonna fall because there's too much weight on that side. Sure enough, it tumbled. But I thought of you, Spitfire, because you had mentioned how your cats had knocked over your Jenga. So
That's why he's a lol cow. That's why Sin is a lol cow, because only a lol cow would say that. You know, a person would come back with like some sort of commentary where they would explain themselves or some actual counterpoints. Nope. He says, fight me in the streets. Okay,
Well,
bro.
that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, so you were over here sitting here running your.
and
Well,
I
hopefully-
want to
Go for it. Sorry.
Cheese said, say whatever you want about Sinner as a person and his character, but to dunk on any vet says everything about you. Oh, about who you are as an American and human being.
Yeah. I mean, it's that easy. I mean, that's what they did to the guys that came back from Vietnam. People like Queen Bee would be spitting on them. I mean, that's exactly it. That's exactly it. There's nothing more less American than that. Like, it's just gross.
And to me,
Like,
it's a low blow.
I mean, especially like if she was an Army Ranger, I could see she would have a debate or a seat at that conversation. But she doesn't. She's a nobody. Again, she doesn't have a job. She makes all of her money from suckers that send it to her. That's it. Have I ever asked anybody for money? No. I just have a budget for the creators that I like on YouTube. And I super chat. I make jokes. She doesn't. She just takes.
Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. But Spitfire said, yep, just heard the crash. They're all over the floor.
That's funny.
You need a new place to put that stuff. Like you need like when I had kittens, I would use they make like these fences that you can, not fences, but like these things you can put in front of the TV so that little kids can't get into it. That's what Spitfire needs, is like one of those big wire fences that go around her stuff. And Hippie says, my grandfather would have been so disappointed in me if I ever questioned someone else's military credentials. I was taught to always respect the military.
Yeah, well, this is what the trashy people in Illinois are doing, represented by Queen Bee and her 12,000 followers.
Your fucking mouth talking shit. Non-fucking stop talking shit. And you expect not to be called out for that shit? Are you fucking serious? Bitch, you've ran your mouth this entire fucking time, and I ain't said shit to you because I don't give a fuck.
Basically for like what, a month?
Yeah, because I mean, I just don't give a fuck. He's one of my attention for probably 2-3 months now. He's really one of my attention, really bad.
And now he's is he like crying?
Now he finally got me to turn my fucking head. Now you wanted this attention now, and now come get it. No, dumbass, we don't want it. You're lame.
I mean, bro, you are literally just a segment in the show. Like, you weren't even the whole show. You were literally like less than 20 minutes of the show. That was
well, this live, it was a lot more than 20 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know. See, again, they just try to, oh, this guy sucks. I don't like him, but it's not substantive. They don't like them because I call them out on being garbage ass people. I mean, I don't like to punch down. I even feel bad. But I mean, come on, Queen Bee. Know what I'm saying? Like you're fucking unemployed and you're talking shit on a fucking Marine Corps veteran and a school teacher with 2 master's degrees. What are you doing? What have you done with your life that you're in a legal battle with a world famous YouTuber? Is this what you wanted out of life, lady? Because you're just inspiring me to pay closer attention to your fuckery. Congratulations.
That was how much importance you had on the show. We talked about probably me talking about Korean street food more than you. That's how little importance you are to us. It's really sad. Really, really sad.
Sits there and talks all that shit. Talks about you're a bully. You guys are bullies over there. You're Queen Bees. You guys are all bullies. No, the fuck we're not.
Nope.
Hey, love, what's up?
Hey, I just wanted to come over here and see what.
Oh, so now here's where things get very interesting.
Yeah, this is my favorite. Zig Hales in the air over here. I'll link the blog on my channel. I'm going to put up a bunch of my artwork as well as explicit pages from her own imagination about how racist the Hales in the air really is. In case there's any, seems like people forgot. Just a few months ago, everyone knew, and now it's like, oh, it's cool now. Nope, still not cool.
What was going on. I heard y'all were
bullies now.
Bullies, yeah.
No.
We're bullies because we finally called Sinner out on his bullshit.
Yeah, she's headstones and headlines is saying your panel was. I don't even know what was said because I didn't hear it, but apparently something untoward about her. And then she was reading chat, and people were saying things, and I said, "Well, Sinner goes around saying horrible things."
Yeah,
exactly. And I told her last time.
But here's the thing: the people that I was calling out were typing lies.
Yeah.
Insinuations, accusations.
Yeah. And she says and that racist person says that I go around the internet saying terrible things. Girl, I'm gonna share your blog and how racist you are with the people that missed it last time you got exposed. That's a fucking Freudian slip, I think, on your hands there. And also, it's a matter of perspective. If you think what I'm saying is terrible, it very well could be. You know, the truth hits people differently. Like if the truth is about you and it sounds terrible, I mean, it's not terrible because it's the truth.
When she came over here, I said, "Look, my whole chat has been respectful of you. My chat and being over here, we've all been respectful of you, even though I don't really fuck with you like that and haven't for a long time. We've still been respectful of you and your bullshit. But you want to let that motherfucker sit over there and run his fucking mouth." And I'm
exactly.
So.
And again, I was blocked pretty early after I started my channel. And it's not a secret. Queen and I both agree we've never got along. Like,
yeah,
it is what it is.
Could you? How could you?
But I never spoke badly of her, ever. And so it's my opinion to use Sinner as a reason to go at me. Please.
Yeah, they're just lame. I mean, they're one-trick ponies. I mean, they're literally litigants. I mean, shit. There's an age-old joke about like, you got friends in legal trouble. You know. She again, Queen Bee is not in legal trouble because she got struck by a random bolt of litigation. It's because her and Betty went back and forth doing terrible, talking mad shit, doing weird shit, sending people each other way. That's why they're locked in a lawsuit. So one of them was a bigger asshole. They're still both assholes in my opinion, as far as I can tell. Especially if they're going to do this. Sorry to interrupt again.
It's all right. And Patricia, I just want to say that we love you and I'm glad you're here. And you stay neutral and like everybody, and that's why we love you. Because we all have opinions, and you know, staying neutral. If you're Switzerland, More power to you, in my opinion.
Exactly.
If you want to keep going with that, that's fine. But you know what? Keep that same energy because I'm going to. Well, today,
Yeah.
it popped off today and she's not happy about it. Well, you know what? Get used to it because it ain't going to stop for a while now. You want to.
Oh,
So it's not going to stop for a
I
while.
decided to pop off. What am I, a champagne bottle? A cork?
No, that's the thing. She has this presumed authority. Like if they say it's okay to do this, then everyone's like, it's okay to do this. She has no authority here. She's not pushing any fear. She's not a ruler. She's not important. I mean, you have to have far better credentials for me to even pay attention to your fucking opinion. Like she's a nobody.
Fucking mouth and I'm not.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
if you want to keep going with that, that's fine. But you know what? Keep that same energy because I'm going to. Well, today,
Yeah.
it popped off today and she's not happy about it. Well, you know what? Get used to it because it ain't going to stop for a while now. You wanted my fucking attention. You got it now.
Well, and he's doing the same thing right now, or was 5 minutes ago in chat. Queen Bee is this, and she's trash. And you don't think, Emmy, that that's a reflection on you?
Right.
Also, I mean, doesn't a lolcow usually threaten other people with, like, on the internet with violence?
Here we go with the lolcow again. Let
No,
me
he's just
actually-
like he's so afraid of becoming like in contact with any kind of physical contact with someone he's talking mad shit on that he's just like, isn't this against the rules? Isn't there a safe place? Can I just snuggle next to this big stank ass bunion? Queen Bee, please. I don't feel safe. Sinner is violent. What a fucking pussy, man.
Chronicle says gangsta. Well, she said gangster with a hard R, but I made it gangsta. Hey, Orion, how's it going?
I officially, I'm gonna make this statement right now. Tiny Tim, I have revoked your man card. You are again a boy. Go sit down and shut the fuck up.
Where did that comment go? Oh, here it is. Nisi says, I'm a grandparent and I just can't believe a teacher has a life outside of school. LOL. Well, I mean, right? Because we're not human. We spend 24/7 at the school. We live there, right? I mean, I remember years ago, I saw a student at Walmart and they're like, what are you doing here? I was like, shopping. Like, they don't get that we're actually humans and we have lives.
In the streets, like, if any, like, that's a lolcow behavior. That's like literally, you know, so.
Yeah, he was in my chat the other night. I blocked him. Then he came in with another name, and I blocked him because he's
Yeah, he got
constantly.
like 30 alts because nobody fucks with him. He got blocked from our chat, got blocked from Lisa's chat. I mean, fuck, he's been blocked from fucking 10 goddamn chats. Fuck, you are the company you keep. That's exactly fucking right. People have unsubscribed.
That's exactly right. You are the
Mhm.
company that you keep. That's it. And I don't keep their company, and that's why they hate us, because I there's no illusion. I see right through their little fucking rigmarole, their little okey doke, whatever they call it. Kiss my whole ass.
Oh, Cam says, I remember being a kid and seeing my teacher at the store. I thought I stepped into the Twilight Zone. I know. I mean,
Right. And then he says, well, that's him. It's not me. And we talk in
Okay.
emails. Well, yeah, it's going to reflect on you. If
Okay.
someone sits on.
What if I
Yeah.
started? What if I did the same thing as Sinner? I went on.
They got a
Exactly.
channel together. Snagglepuss and Dingleberry. They got a fucking channel together.
I mean, imagine if I was on this panel, like Queen's over there,
What do you mean?
and I
Hey, we're on the dumpster's radar. Whoop whoop.
mm,
I know she's watching, just like, why do? She's like, Timmy, my bunions. Eh.
and Hippie, yeah, we have never liked each other. No, she blocked me pretty early.
No, I was
And
super.
that's the
I
thing.
mean,
I would have realized if you had spoken badly of her, but it didn't happen. Exactly. Because it's called respect. You don't have to like somebody, but you can still respect them.
started talking shit about like Emmy, and Queen didn't correct me. Queen was just talking about something like, I'm talking shit, massive shit about Emmy. I'm just making it. I'm like, oh, she's terrible, whatever. And Queen's like, so what about those Knicks? What about just talks about random shit. It would look, that's what's happening. So you're sitting there and you're like just letting him talk shit constantly. And it's just fucking ridiculous. And,
Yeah.
and he says, I don't hate Queen Bee. Yeah, absolutely. Stop fucking lying. You absolutely hate that woman. She donated.
She's constant.
You're obsessed and you hate that woman. It's
Yeah.
fucking weird at this point. It's fucking weird.
And I'm in there and he says, and heels in the ear, you're a
Pause for
bad
a second.
person. I don't
It's
recall
so
ever
weird.
meeting
Sorry,
Sinner,
sorry.
but
It is so weird. Like, listen to what he's saying. And Emmy lets him do this and lets him do that. Bitch, this is a channel that we share together. It's me. I'm the lemon, you dumb bastard. I had no idea that you like tomatoes and how that you correlated that. But I'm the lemon, and she's the cupcake. I think at this point I'm just a little face logo. But I mean, I don't understand. Like, she doesn't tell me what to do. She doesn't tell me who I can talk to. I've heard that like 10 times in the last couple of days. Like, who the fuck, who in the world thinks that Emmy can be like, Sinner, don't talk. And how would that work out? That's insane. Like, he's so used to being controlled by that sloppy ass leader of his that he thinks that, like, you know, she's going to look at me a certain way and I'm going to like change the fundamental fibers of who I am as a person that speaks the truth and honestly, whether it's cursy or not. Again, he's a bitch.
Yes, you're obsessed and you hate that woman. It's
Yeah.
fucking weird at this point. It's fucking weird.
and I'm in there and he says, and heels in the ear, you're a bad person. I don't recall ever meeting Sinner, but you know, I mean, he's constant.
He's like, oh, you're a bad person because you like someone
Yeah.
that I don't like. Okay, bro.
Yeah. And
I think
And
she meant to. I think she meant to say that I'm consistent, not constant. She even fucked herself up. I'm constant in my ridicule for the blogs that she wrote and the open letter that she wrote to a slaughtered boy's family. Yeah, because she's racist. Read it for yourself.
that's not necessary,
It's
you
like,
know, and Emmy, I just don't see how she doesn't realize it reflects on her. She's got the Dingleberry channel with him.
I have the Dingleberry Cheryl.
How can she laugh that hard and keep those rickety ass teeth in her mouth? Sorry, I'm getting old too. I'll head there eventually, but honestly, like, what is she?
Oh, I know, hippie. I mean, really? What are we in kindergarten? Oh my god, you're such a dingleberry. I mean, at least call me a piece of shit. Not the dingleberry that, you know, is hanging on for dear life because it doesn't want to fall in the toilet bowl.
Exactly.
You know, like,
Chronicles, I feel horrible even saying that, but Chronicles knows. Like, I don't understand how everyone knew that this woman harbors like actual, like, you know, ancient racist philosophies. I mean, very much like some other creators do. And everyone called her out and everyone had to make a moral decision, like, which side of this are you on? Some people went one way, some people went the other, and a lot of people stayed neutral. But she's just creeping right back in and talking like a voice of authority. She's no authority in my existence. Anyone with beliefs like she has it's not on my radar. And I avoided it because I loved her channel before I found this out. It was my favorite clip channel. But nope, as soon as I read that, I'm an educated man, and I was like, nope, this means that 1 and 1 will always equal 2. I don't fuck with her. I mean, it's up to you. If you can sympathize with racist shit, then that's up to you. And I'm also not going to fuck with you. That's just my own personal constitution. So that's where I stand with that woman. And anything she has to say, it falls on deaf ears because I have no respect for anything she has in the way of opinions of anything.
and Christy said, I didn't know Queen had like totally forgotten the whole blog racism thing and welcomes this woman. I don't watch Queen. And to go along with that, I know they say, you know, you shouldn't go real life, you shouldn't dox, da 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 da. Well, interestingly enough, I was, you know, obviously I was screen recording yesterday, and good old Blank Screen is one of their mods. So if your chat and your panel and your mods are a reflection of you, I mean,
Yeah, they're garbage. They're absolute garbage. I mean, they're lying to everybody. And like, it's not that everyone's all these people are big suckers. Everyone wants to stand near the warmest fire, and that disgusting shit that occurs on Queen Bee's panel daily when they're picking people apart, not knowing anything about the cases they're talking about. I mean, it's fucking embarrassing. It's so bad. I only watch because there's so many good people there in the chat, and like they're all supporting it. So, like, for me, fuck them all. That's my opinion. And they feel that way about me. Cool. At least we agree on something.
And Kenda, thank you for also this comment. After I heard Heels attempt to read a document and couldn't interpret anything, I was, oh hell no, took her over an hour to read a 2 to 3 page doc. And there were some people who actually did comment, because I have now, because of all of the fuckery with BHB, all of my comments are held for review unless it's a community post.
Sorry, I just got. Sorry.
Say again?
Go for it. I didn't mean to cut you off. It's not on purpose.
They were saying that I was being mean to Heels in her chat because she wasn't getting the document, and all I said was, "You're reading too much into it." That's what I said, because it was true. It was taken at face value.
What they're doing is they're lumping us together because they know that we're homies. You know what I mean? They know that we ride together on YouTube. So, and I'm surprised at Heels. Like, she hasn't come at me for a long time. I thought we agreed just to ignore each other. But the second she starts talking shit, I'm going to remind everyone why she was canceled just a few months ago, because she has hate in her heart. So when she comes at me, it's not even like, if I call her the C word, or it's not like I'm discrediting women. I'm just discrediting someone who I perceive as a shitty fucking person. It's got nothing to do with her being a woman or an elderly person or whatever is wrong with her to makes her have that much hate in her brain. But like, I'm not with it. It's just that simple. And if she wants to go, we can go. I could just share with everyone. I thought everyone had already seen it. Like, shame on anyone who's welcoming her back, knowing that she harbors this hate. That means you support it.
Right, Snagglepuss and Dingleberry.
Right.
What do you mean? You got a fucking channel with this fucking dimwit.
He is a dimwit. Yeah, so she was.
Takes one to know one. Just saying.
I mean, I've definitely made like bad choices in my life, but a dimwit, fucking pride myself on my wittiness. Like, I mean, that's how much attention they pay.
Yeah, and I just looked up the definition of dimwit because I didn't want to misspeak. A slang term for a stupid or slow-thinking person.
Yeah, it's another like sleight of hand racist thing that from her vocabulary.
She was very upset.
Little man, baby.
Yeah, I don't even know where he came from.
Came out the fucking trash, goddammit.
I came from Pittsburgh.
See, I've never seen him.
I came from Pittsburgh Children's Hospital, you dumb gutter-ass people. What do you mean, where did I come from? Am I this mysterious being that came to ruin your existence? No. I'm just someone that's like, look at these assholes, they're assholes. And now the assholes are like, no, you're an asshole. Except they're making stuff up and saying, talking about my military service and saying I'm a shitty artist. I don't think any of them are in the market to buy one of my paintings anyways. So anyways, let's finish this.
And just for you, Lisa, because Lisa said Snagglepuss was an awesome cartoon character, I was going to change my picture to Snagglepuss and then decided not to, but since you mentioned it, there he is.
On her panel doing that. What Emily's saying, I don't watch. So I just know he's in every chat. Anytime your name comes up or anybody on your panel, he's got to chime in and say all kinds of terrible shit.
Terrible shit.
And for what reason? What's he mad about?
I mean, like, is he like the Oscar of this fucking community? Comes out, he looks in the trash can, and he comes out.
Oh, and look at Little Dove. I love Little Dove.
I love Oscar the Grouch, just for the record. That's the
Oh,
homie.
yes.
Have you guys ever seen the the episode where they go down into the trash can and it's this giant ass room? Mm-hmm. Anyways, again with Timmy's fantasies, he always goes to these childlike fantasies, and you know he's got his hand on his pants like a weirdo. Tim, stop it. I thought you were the intellectual one.
Oh, and Lorton Girl said, Sinner, I didn't know you paint. What do you paint?
Acrylic, all kinds of weird shit. If Emmy would drop my link, I'm gonna put a bunch of my paintings in my community post. Because everybody, the Queen Bee's collecting the 12 photos that she's getting from like private social media accounts. Like, good luck. Of course, I'm not going to put my best work up there for like gutter ass people to just snipe and giggle at.
He's the Oscar. Someone's gonna make an avatar Sinner in the trash can because that's like him. He is fucking Oscar of this motherfucker. If this is Sesame Street, he's fucking Oscar, bro. Like, holy fuck. We need that fucking we need that meme out there. Him just jumping out of the trash.
He said he said he came to
That's
church.
okay. No, it's okay for them to sit and talk shit every goddamn day, but it's a big fucking deal if I do. No, that's okay. No, that's all right. We'll do this every fucking day. I'll just randomly interrupt and start talking shit about Sinner every day. We'll see how far this goes. Okay.
Hello, Dick
Well, what is it to talk about though?
And so this Glory in chat, I don't know who that is, but she says, H&H is changing before our eyes, in my opinion.
They're just so mad because you won't join their little weird dumpster fire. Because you're smarter than they are. It makes them so mad. I get it. I think K-Bray said, have you considered auctioning off? Yes, I actually have almost completed portrait of Bullhorn Betty that I was going to, and I figured out on YouTube you can actually have an auction so long as it goes to a charity. So I was thinking about like picking a charity that she would absolutely hate, you know, like the NAACP or something that Betty would just make her really angry, you know. And then auction it off right here on YouTube sometime. But I got to finish it first. But yes, I have considered that. I like that idea.
Is he a trigger? What's going on with that little guy?
Yeah, he definitely is, and it's fucking hilarious.
Little man, what's wrong with you, dude?
And come get you some. I said, well, first of all, we don't want any. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want like trash monsters. Go back, Oscar, but go back to your trash phone.
You gotta fucking, and that artwork sucks. It looks terrible. Just so you know, it looks like shit, like dog shit wiped across the board.
Do we have
Oh, my bad. I had misspoke when I had talked earlier, Sinner. I just thought she said like shit smeared across it. She
Dog
said
shit.
dog shit.
Dog
Didn't
shit.
realize
That's
there was
cool.
a difference.
I mean, I've had gallery owners with, you know, 6 degrees and 30 years of experience tell me the same thing. But I had the next gallery allow me to show that shit smear, and that's how I buy sandwiches to sustain my life. How is it again the Queen Bee sustains her life? What does she do for a living? And I mean, does she even have a high school diploma, let alone an art degree to criticize art? Does she even understand what contemporary art is? She doesn't. I mean, trick question. She doesn't know anything. She's a loudmouth asshole that just collects money on YouTube. It's called YouTube welfare. It's amazing. People can do it. Someone said earlier in the chat, I thought you needed to ask for money to be a lolcow. I didn't even know what a lolcow was until he just called me that today. I'm not asking for your money. You know, if I find myself in a situation where I'm asking for your money, then I'm in worse shape than I thought. I'm not here to make money.
I just saw a comment. Where did it go? Oh, here. Girl from Issaquah. It said, I admire artistic people. I can't draw or paint. I don't have a photographic memory at all. Same. Oh, shoot. I meant to get Hippie's comment. He probably paints experiences, feelings. I can't wait to see them. I've actually seen some of them, and there's one that I wanted. I was like, oh my God. Like, to me, it was gorgeous, and it had hot pink in it, which is my favorite color, but It was
Oh,
already
and just
filmed, so.
and I'm glad you said that. Thank you for the compliment. See that, Queen Bee? Like a compliment from an educated, a good-hearted woman is means so much more. Like your compliment isn't even anywhere. It doesn't weigh anywhere near as much because you don't get an opinion about my art. You don't get an opinion about my service in the Marines. You just don't. You're not worthy of that. You get it?
And the piano that you had done, I mean, that's obviously my favorite. Well, like, because it wasn't actually like a painting, like a canvas, but the piano is exceptional.
Yeah. The year before that, I painted one, and it was like a block up in Santa Barbara, and I wasn't familiar with who she was at the time, but I was kind of hanging out there because I had to lock it up at the end of the night. And this band came out of the a local venue called Soho, and it was this woman named Lindsay Sterling, and she had like a violin, and they played and brought this giant like production camera and made a music video on the piano that I painted. So in their music video, it's like got my name on it and stuff. Kind of cool. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing the Queen Bee can say that can discredit like what I do with my art. I don't care if she likes it. I mean, how is she qualified to have an opinion on it? Is my question.
And how do you compare art to dog shit being smeared across something? That's just my question because.
Well, because that's her life. Real trashy. There's probably lots of dog shit. I mean, she lives. I mean, if you listen to how she just comes busted into her own channel screaming, and everyone else is kind of mellow. She's been gone for 40 minutes. It's the same thing over and over again. Like I feel kind of relieved that she's coming at me so hard. I can actually just say it all because I always hold back, and enough is enough. If you're going to attack my military service and my paintings, like what the fuck? Are you in the market? Trick question. I know you're not buying anything. You just collect.
And Mama Bear, you can absolutely state your opinion, but I ask that you be respectful, that's all. And Sinner, please don't tell her to suck your dick. Just saying.
Please don't tell who to what?
So, Mama Bear had said, am I allowed to state my opinion? I'm finally caught up. I just don't want to be told to suck his dick by Sinner. So.
Did I say that to her previously, or is this just like please don't?
I'm guessing because she's been talking a lot of shit.
Oh, I don't care. I'm not reading any of it. I'm walking around.
So yes, you can absolutely
I wouldn't trust
your opinion and not be told to suck somebody's dick.
I wouldn't. I absolutely wouldn't trust the dirty mouths of anyone that's going to sit here and talk shit on me anyways. So they're safe.
We don't want any. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want like trash monsters. Go back, Oscar, but go back to your trash phone.
You gotta fucking, and that artwork sucks. It looks terrible. Just so you know, it looks like shit, like dog shit wiped across the board.
Do we
He said some shit like Queen Bee in the hive about to get checked. Man, shut up. You sound stupid.
Shit.
You sound stupid, bro.
They're gonna get checked.
You ever listen back to your lives? You sound like a freaking imbecile, bro.
You know, something happened in Morbid. He was in Morbid's chat one night, and he's like sending super chats, and he got a membership and sucking on Morbid, and then Blair comes on. He does a live in the middle of it, and I don't even remember what Blair was mad about that particular night. But he said, and if you go to, it was a dick pic, and he said if you go over there in his chat,
Hold on.
you can just and then
let me clear this up because they're literally wrong about everything. What they are saying is true. I never did anything with anyone's dick the way that racist, scary woman that can barely hold her teeth in her mouth is saying. What occurred was I was under the assumption that DeGlaire and Morbid were still, had an amicable relationship. I don't get memos. I don't fucking pay that close attention. So when Morbid came back, I was excited because I was with what he was doing until shit got weird when he left. And everyone's like, this is what he does. He does it all the time. So he came back, and yes, I was supporting until he started doing that fuck shit. Until he doxed Emmy, started passing around pictures of DeGlaire's peeing. And he did all kinds of weird shit. Had a video of his girlfriend crying for an hour plus. So I was out when that happened. But she's right. I was in there, and I was very confused, and I felt duped. And I feel like it was a waste of money, and that's just what it is. So she doesn't. What she's trying to say is like my loyalties are split. No, as soon as I figure out what that motherfucker was up to, I got the fuck out of there and I stopped spending money. When I'm with something, I'll spend money. Guess what? I'll never spend money on someone who writes an open letter to Trayvon Martin's parents. You sick fuck.
And I did rewind that just a little because I think I have a comment, but I'm not sure I had to listen to it again.
He does a live in the middle of it. And I don't even remember what Blair was mad about that particular night. But he said, and if you go to, oh, it was a dick pic. And he said, if you go over there in his chat, then you can just, and then Senator sending super chats and reminding he's got a membership to Blair. And you know what I mean? It's like, he's a coward.
Oh, he's absolutely a motherfucker.
He doesn't tell Blair, no, I'm a member and I just sent a super chat. No, he starts talking shit about Morbid. 5 minutes later.
And what's interesting is that
And
Morbid's
they're wrong.
live.
They're absolutely wrong. I squared up with the Glare and like I was bamboozled. I didn't know what was happening. As soon as I realized that I got on the good side's team, so they could fucking again misinformation. They just assume things. It's the weirdest thing. And like if you just clear it up, you realize how foolish they are. And then when you realize that this is what they do, not only when they talk shit on individual people, but this is also what they do whenever they talk about crime cases. They're just bad at everything they do. They don't even know which way is up. It's fucking amazing.
And what's also amazing is that Morbid is actually, his live was going to call out Queen Bee's lies. How interesting, considering this live from Queen Bee was yesterday. They're talking about Morbid, and now Morbid's going to be talking about them tonight.
Good. He should. I mean, there's no way, as insane as Morbid is, there's no way he's going to ally himself with fucking Queen Bee. Nobody does. I mean, there's no actual creator that fucks with Queen Bee. Well, I can't say that. That's none of my business. That's actually untrue. I misspoke. So I take it back before you weirdos clip me. But I mean, for the most part, it's just a village of people that give. And she just sits there and collects.
He is a coward. He is a cowardly man that sits behind a computer and talks tough. And he's like, I want to fight you all on the streets.
And he said,
But aren't you all doing the same thing right now?
Exactly. You call me a pussy and then say I want to fight. Well, what do you think?
says it to women. I mean, like it's
Well,
ridiculous.
He was gonna take a bat. You better get a bat. He was telling her all kinds of shit when someone supposedly called her mom and dad, which I think is fucking bullshit lie, anyways. If we're keeping
That's right,
like,
either.
goddamn lie.
So do you think he's the one coming up with it, or I don't?
Yeah, just like he tried to lie and say, did you hear Laura call him out?
Wait, hold on. I got to back up that a minute.
Laura called me out. I don't even watch Laura.
Yeah, but they said, do you think he's coming up with it? I don't know.
Coming up with what? See, this is the weird ass shit that they do. I don't come up with anything.
I missed it, so I want to just listen once more.
And bullshit lie, anyways. If we're keeping
that's right,
like,
either.
goddamn lie.
So
do you
she's
think
calling
he's
you
the
a
one coming
liar.
up with it, or I don't?
Yeah, just like he tried to lie and say, did you hear Laura call him out? She fucking sure as shit did. He tried to say that. Hey,
Oh, so now this is where they call me a liar.
Yeah, she just called you straight up a liar. Said nobody called your parents' house. See, what are you talking? Again, she's saying something that's not true. That's a fucking lie, Queen Bee. God, she's so fucking sloppy. It's amazing. Like this is her acting this way is why she got sued. Period. I mean, I don't understand why everyone just ignores it. It's the same people that are friends with heels. Like they're ignoring similar shit. Undesirable people are just amassed together. And I'm like, nah, I don't fuck with them. So they're like, oh, he wasn't in the Marines and his art sucks. That's what they got. That's what they got against me. Fucking come on.
Oh, and speaking of, because this is one thing that was stated on a live last night, that I had said, you know, one of the people that was commenting in Queen's live, not on panel, in the chat, was one of the biggest BHB simps there was. She was doing research for BHB. She was getting her stories. She was defending BHB to the death. And now she is in Queen Bee's doing the exact same thing, only for Queen and not BHB. And she talks a lot of shit about me, which is interesting because I used to call her out when she was in these chats lurking around. She was still doing research for BHB, and now she's in these lives. Get
Of
out of
course.
here.
Yeah, there's a couple people that are just, I see them in chats that have nothing to do with drama or crama or true crime or anything. And they're just in there. I mean, and they used to be familiar faces, but they're just over there talking about Sinner is the worst thing that ever happened to Emmy, and all, like everywhere they go, this is their. I'm like, holy fuck, this person cannot like stop thinking about me, and that freaks me out. I don't think about you guys that way. Sometimes I think of Emmy that way, but in general, just people in chat and people I conversate with, I don't. It's so weird, man. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
And Nisi, I am trying to find your other comment as well, but I saw this one. Some people are on YouTube 24/7 and others have a life and don't always know what's going on. Amen. And I wanted to read your other comment. Oh, here it is. Wait a minute, where'd it go? I just saw it. Oh, so now why are we back to that again? How do they know if someone called your parents' house or not? You've always been straight up. I don't know why you would lie about something like that. Thank you, because I wouldn't. I
mean,
wouldn't.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to, talk receipts. I'm not going to disclose the text that my dad sent me to appease them. Because again, it's none of their fucking business. My parents have nothing to do with this. They know I have a YouTube channel, but my mom always says, I don't understand all that stuff. And she's right. She doesn't get it. And someone did call my parents. And I played voices for them. Well, my dad, because he's the one who answered. I know exactly who it was. And that person knows exactly who they are. And they're a fucking liar. So it's the same person who now claims it was just the big troll move. They didn't really drive to New York to try to, quote, hunt me down. Bullshit. You don't say shit like that if it's not true. I wouldn't go in someone's chat and say, oh, I'm going to drive to Virginia to see so-and-so to see if I can, check out their town.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, I need everyone to be reminded that this is the same person that like Queen Bee is associated with. The same person. It's Jersey. It's the same goddamn person. And they're trying to make a narrative like Emmy was friends with Jersey and Bash. That's not what it was. She wasn't. She wasn't that close with Jersey at all. And Jersey didn't get Emmy an interview with anyone. I kind of feel like Emmy was set up by a couple of dummies. And they lost because now they're just miserable assholes.
And that actually was another, I'm glad you brought that up, Sinner, because that was another thing that they're still saying that I reached out to the family. No.
Yeah, you did not.
That was all Jersey and a person who I cannot mention anymore.
Yeah.
It was them because Jersey stated that her daughter, I believe, went to school with Layla's dad.
Yeah, and it had nothing to do with Betty at all. It was about like these parents want to say something, like why not? And it's just
not to pin parents against each other. It wasn't to get a hand up on BHB. BHB has 20 times more subs than me. If anyone should have gotten the parents on her panel, it's her, not me. In the grand scheme of these YouTube streets, I am just a little teeny person in the corner. I'm like the street vendor, right? I'm the street vendor.
Same here. I'm the clown and I guess, artist, I'm fine with that role. I don't need to be in charge. I don't need to fucking pretend that if I say something, everyone has to agree with it. I'm fine with my opinion. Like, I have no urge to create a huge group of people that agree with me. And when one doesn't, then it's disruptive to what's occurring. That's gross. That's exactly what I'm against.
And Hippie, thank you for saying this. Interesting headstones that they are so worried about your channel losing subs and how it will, quote, suffer being affiliated with Sinner. You have said 1,000,000 times you are here for fun, not income. Yes. And why do they care if I lose subs? Isn't that their end game? Isn't like, what's the end game? That seems to be what it is. And again, I lost probably 30 subs yesterday. But guess what? Those were subs that probably shouldn't have been here to begin with. Because again,
Oh,
I don't do this for money. I do this for fun. We play word games now. And when they work, poor AMAC earlier, we were going to do the drawing game and it wouldn't work. Then we're playing the word game and it works half the time. So again, just like when you're in high school and you're trying to determine what you want to do in your life, it's the same thing that I'm doing on YouTube. Like, I started because of House of Williams. And then it was like, there's too much going on. I focused on BHB. And then it was like, oh, she's obsessed. That's all she talks about. And now that I'm actually starting to spread my wings and take different routes, oh, it's bad. Well, here's the thing. Be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you ask for. Be careful what you criticize. Because, I was pretty content doing what I was doing. And then, all this fuck shit happened. And I decided, okay, that's probably not a great idea. So now I'm taking a different route. I'm still doing the cases I love. I'm still doing the fun streams. But now, if we're not playing nice anymore, I mean, I'm still going to be nice. I'm not going to be an asshole. But I'm going to respond. Like, and again, why do you care if I lose subs? Why? I mean, it's my opinion that that's what you're hoping happens. And again, why? I'm like this little taco truck on the street corner. I mean, I don't understand. So if someone can explain, that would be fantastic.
I have an idea. I have a theory. I think because of, the financial part of it being so vital to the operation, to the kingdom over there at Queen Bee's channel, that like she's unable to be as free as I'm able to be. Like she can't just say fuck that person. I don't believe that. That person, if you read that person's blog, like she doesn't have that freedom that I have. And she doesn't have the intellect that you have. So automatically people are just intimidated. I get it. But like to discredit someone and say you're not a real teacher, you're a substitute, and that is just it just makes it clear that Queen Bee and her panel, I mean, and her chat, the people that say these nasty things, they're exactly what I've always thought they were. So in some way, it's freeing. It's like there I was right, told you so type of moment. But it still sucks to hear someone who is not qualified discuss things about you personally. It's offensive.
Give me 1 second, Senator.
Yeah, Cheese might be right. Maybe she's the one that's like controlling me. Like everyone's like, oh, she keeps getting this criticism. She does whatever he says. No, she does not. I could show you the messages. Like whenever that is just ridiculous. When I do something that's stupid, she's the first one to let me know. She's the first person I have to apologize whenever I say something that's out of line. So tonight I have not. I mean every single fucking syllable of what I've said this evening.
All right, sorry about that. I just heard that someone's talking about us again. Oh,
Yeah, but
must
she
be
doesn't want.
someone.
But she doesn't. I said, come get it. She said she doesn't want it. Then what are you doing then? You're gonna try to get a few bucks? Get a few bucks, girl.
Aileen called him the N-word. You fucking lying fuck.
No.
Laura said, no, the fuck she didn't, motherfucker, because I was on the fucking phone with her.
Yeah. So if he lies like that, then there's probably a lot that's been lied about.
Oh, fuck. I'm sure
You
every
can-
goddamn thing out of his mouth is a fucking lie.
When you get called out by Laura, you know you're fucking in the fucking trash can.
It's like that Ludacris song. Use a hoe.
She called his ass a liar right there on the fucking thing.
Can we like put an avatar of like that lemon in a trash can and call it like his new name's Oscar? That's gonna be his new name. That's gonna be his new name, Oscar.
No, they didn't come with no voice confirmation because it never fucking happened. Nobody has her fucking parents' goddamn phone number. Nobody fucking called.
See
Yeah,
that
they
again?
fucking did.
Again, she's lying and say it didn't happen and did. She's a fucking liar. Gross.
And I mean, how does she know? Did she FOIA the police report like
Ah.
someone said they were going to? No.
Man, let's not pretend that the person that called your parents' house doesn't have Queen Bee's actual cell phone number. They have each other's cell phone number. They're friends. They're still cool. She says she's not because that's politics, baby, but she is. She's a shady ass motherfucker. Simple. Period.
And thank you, Chrissy. I appreciate that.
Oh, them. Stop that fucking bullshit.
Yeah, and he's in there saying, and Queen sends people, a lot of people to, or people to people's houses or something like that.
No, she
And
doesn't.
so he spreads that.
And so again, so what? Heels is a tattletale now? Oh, kind of like someone who was just in our chat who's over there. They were mean to me.
I mean, just the fact that she's allowed to be up there speaking like she has some authority on something. There's 1,000 people that are going to listen to that garbage and think she's someone important when she's actually a hateful person. Like, and no one that anyone should take advice from. Talking about me, saying exactly what I just said. Because when I say something, I typically mean it. And I'll say it right to their face. Like, it's not like I would be like, oh my God, I have to sit my Frappuccino down and pretend my shoelace is untied, Timmy. Fuck out of here.
Give me 1 second. All right, sorry about that.
Around a lot.
Well, it really makes me fucking wonder considering, you know.
Queen Bee in the hive about to get checked.
Bash, what?
And get checked.
Queen Bee in the hive about to get checked. Shut your pussy ass up, bro. It's hilarious. This kid.
Doesn't he
it's
realize most people already know who he is? They're just not going to say it. You know what I mean? Like, don't think that you're.
Here, let me correct this. Yeah, no, Laura doesn't call me out. She's just fucking obsessed as fuck, and she fucking rides my ass.
Hi,
all the
Lizzie.
time.
Time
She
out,
loves me so
time out.
much.
Hold on.
She does love Queen.
Hold on. Tim is obsessed with Laura so much. I mean, obviously, he's a weird little weirdo, in my opinion. But like, he talks about Laura. He talks about how I talk about women. The shit that he said about Laura, it's just off the chain. And also, he focuses on the same person. It's not even, he's just obsessed. He probably has a little Laura tattoo on his little porcelain skin. Punk.
Oh, so he pulled a morbid?
Oh, he's obsessed with Laura. And he's like, oh, sinners shouldn't talk about women. This dude, it's like, I would love to see him trying to fucking talk to an actual woman in real life.
Queen. I guarantee you, she really does. Like, if
I said, Laura, come back over here and hang out with me. Come be my friend. She can jump right over here. Oh, I'll be right there. I'll be right there, Queen Bee. I'll be your friend.
we know it's true.
God damn.
We know it's
Sitting
true.
the flop and they don't come and knock them to the bang bang boogie.
How's he going to check it? How's he going to check you?
He ain't gonna check shit.
Right? I was gonna say, fuck, he can't even check. No, let me.
You ever see Billy Madison? At the end, the guy is like checking off his list. You know what I mean? When he saves Billy Madison at the end, he shoots the guy and he puts the lipstick on. That's what Center reminds me of. That guy checking off a little list. Okay.
I
What was
like
that?
my Oscar reference better than
Listen, there's like actual children just sitting there. Come on, man. Again. Fuck out of here.
I'm glad, Cheese, that you said that because I was like, what is happening?
That's it. This is the men's department of Queen Bee's panel. Fucking Boston and Timmy. Fucking good luck with that. Fuck out of here.
You're a trash monster.
I have to have a contest.
I don't know. He keeps saying I'm a scam, but I wonder if he's a scam. I wonder if he didn't this whole shit with the army and shit. I'm about to look into that.
Oh, here we go. Here
She's
we go.
gonna look.
And this
She's
is
gonna look
not-
into my private information. What are you gonna do with? What are you gonna do with that? Go ahead, girl. I fucking say more. Say more.
And this isn't the first time that.
No,
she's
what she just
questioned.
said. No, that's what she said. I'm gonna look into that. That's what she does. She looks into people.
Yep.
I'm gonna look into that. I'm gonna look into that. Your biggest accomplishment is like the first time you bought a full carton of cigarettes and stopped buying them by the pack on someone else's dollar. Fuck out of here. You're gonna look into my military background. What would encourage you to do that, you fucking psychopath? Let me guess. Ego. You think you think it's your business. You think you're privy to it, right? That's what's wrong with you.
I like my Oscar reference better than
I mean-
a trash monster.
I have to have a contest.
I don't know. He keeps saying I'm a scam, but I wonder if he's a scam. I wonder if he didn't this whole shit with the army and shit. I'm about to look into that
No, don't do that.
because I want to know if that's a scam.
Well,
Yeah.
people already have. They're just not going to put it out there. You know, I
Oh,
mean,
okay.
Oh, people already have, like you.
See, that's what they do.
Hmm.
I mean, obviously, that's insane. That people
But-
already have my military record, but they're not going to put it out there. Fucking come on. Does everyone see what I see? This is what's wrong with Queen Bee and Betty. They're the same type of people with the same friends in the same cell phones. Fuck all of them. Go ahead, look up my military records. Go for it. How fucking bizarre is that? You unemployed piece of shit.
Right.
Yeah, but don't do that shit. Don't.
Well, yeah.
don't
I mean, I am stolen valor serious.
Yeah, but don't do that shit.
Oh.
Don't do that shit.
well, you just don't tell anybody. I mean, no one's telling anybody.
Oh, just don't tell
Yeah,
anybody.
just don't tell anybody.
So here's the
Hey,
thing.
Hey, word on the street is Hills in the Air is not only a racist, but a shady ass fucking behind the scenes wheeler and dealer.
Mhm.
I mean, I hope these motherfuckers say more. I love this for them. You discussing, they're exactly what I thought they were. Garbage. Garbage.
Oops. And yet they're ostracizing me for requesting 2 police reports that were initially posted by their friend and mod Blank Screen. Yet you're going to look into someone's military background? Are you serious?
That's what they do.
And you
Yeah,
ain't fooling anybody with your little troll accounts, kid. All right.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is he's a coward. I mean, it's all
He's got
over.
55 fucking troll accounts. He's been caught
Yeah.
a few times. Robert Beer Breaker, whatever. That's
Yeah.
what I do.
Yeah, that's
I
not
saw what
me.
you said, homie.
It's definitely not me. And
Oh.
Boston Nick, you also, you calling me kid is the funniest thing ever. Again, nah. You're too close to that big sweaty body of Queen Bees, and you feel too safe, man. Don't even try it. Yeah, I'm not your kid.
There was a comment I wanted to. Oh, here. Christy had said, why does another channel need to check into the background of another because they were mean to them? For real? Well, that's
Yeah,
what BHP
because-
does too.
Because I criticize how she does business. She's gonna, oh, we already got people looking into it. Like, are you serious, Hills? You scandalous, useless, fucking hateful person. Go for it. Go for it.
He says all the time, like he fucking blew up Grandma Sherry's chat.
Oh no.
I've never
And
once
that-
been in Grandma Cherry's chat. I've never even once been on her channel. Not one single time. Ever. That's
I
a
didn't
fact.
think so.
And I have nothing but respect for her, and they could suck it. That's a lie. And again, I wasn't saying that it was terrible that money was raised for Grandma Cherry and Crude at all. What I was saying is, if you give me rent money in the back of a taxi cab, I don't give the taxi cab driver credit unless he pitched in. Queen did not pitch in. That's my point. It's fucking lovely that people help Grandma Cherry out. That's how weird people are. They misconstrue everything. What I was saying is, if I were to bet, I don't think that Queen Bee put in 99 cents towards it. Again, everything happened in the back of the car. She was just driving.
And if I'm not mistaken, and again, I don't discredit them raising money for Crude and Grandma Sherry because that is a great thing. However, it's my understanding that it was done to spite Laura because Laura had brought up the fact that Queen has never given a super chat. So in response, they came up with the jelly jar. So to spite Laura,
Yeah, because she was like, "Oh shit, I don't
raise money." Which again,
yeah."
I'm
She was
not
like, "Oh
taking
shit,
away
I don't super chat anyone." Laura's right. I got to do something to make myself look better. It didn't. I know she didn't pitch in, so it looked to me funny. Still, like everyone's like, "Oh, he made a good thing look bad." No, I'm very happy they got the money. Both of them deserve the money. It has nothing to do with them. Everyone's like, "Oh, I must hate them and it's about them." No, it's not about them. They benefited greatly from that cash, and that's a great thing. I'm all about that. But again, I don't believe the Queen pitched in a buck. Not a red cent. That's my point.
Yeah, and if not to spite Laura, would it have happened? That was my question.
I know that.
Grandma Sherry.
Oh, you got a super chat, Queen.
Well, that's brave to go over to Grandma Sherry.
Lottie
Big
Di,
man.
a little tinsel for your tree. Thanks for the full year of belly laughs. Thank you so much, Lottie Di. I appreciate that love. Thank you for sending in my scam money. I appreciate that.
Yeah. But like question, like what is
Oh, Bell, it's fucking terrible. It looks like a 2-year-old fucking water painting with
Can
fucking
you, man, I want to see this artwork.
dried up fucking paint.
Yeah.
Is it better
Not
than
one-
Tyler Feller's
no-
artwork?
No watercolor. I don't work in watercolors. That already tells you she doesn't know what she's looking at. Like she's literally like drowning in Kool-Aid and can't tell you the flavor. Metaphorically, of course.
Yeah.
No, it's like betas.
Oh fuck,
Oh, Lord.
that's bad.
Do you have a picture of it you can show us?
Yeah, here, you really want to see it?
I want to see. I want to be like
Yeah.
an artist. We can like
I'm interested.
you
Here,
know
let me
this,
let me make sure he's cropped out of it. Hold on.
you can always make like you kind of see the psychology of a person by their artwork. So I mean, we
Oh,
need
God,
to
he's-
know about this artwork.
Tim's gonna psychoanalyze my artwork, dude. I mean, okay. How's that? Listen how ridiculous this little boy is. Like, I bet his family still doesn't let him sit at the grown-ups table during the holidays. He's down there with the kids still. This dim-witted ass motherfucker is gonna say, "You could tell a lot about a person's." Yes, little Timmy, you can tell a lot about a person by the psychology of their art, but you can't. Queen Bee can't. I mean, she can't. So, what are you talking about over there, guys? What are you saying?
Oh shoot, sorry.
Says, I can't draw for shit.
Yeah, Heather, I don't even know where he came from. He just showed up one
No,
day.
he claims
Like,
he came from Ickamel's community, and that was during the Kylie Rodney case. That's what he said.
oh, okay. That doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't make sense. Have you ever heard him actually talk about a true
That's
crime?
exactly where I came from. I was a 1-year member in Mel's chat as Sinner in 1977 for a full fucking year. So Hills and the Heirs excuse me, I'm chewing. Hills and the Heirs confused. That doesn't make sense. What do you mean? It's the actual fucking truth. I mean, if the truth doesn't make sense to these people, then who am I arguing with? They don't have the mental capacity to understand. So
Case like
No.
like
Sorry.
no, that's
you
all.
still-
Sorry.
Oh, you're done? Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Go for it.
wondering where the fuck have you been? Like you've heard me talk about true crime cases. You heard me talk about multiple true crime cases. Now I'm not the most in depth into every single true crime case, but this guy, I think he just came over because he just likes the drama.
The first time I saw him was in Emmy's chat when all that went down with Bash, and
Oh, that's an
no.
absolute lie. I used to super chat Hills all the time. All the time. I used to leave comments about how much her theme song was stuck in my head until I read those blogs and found out she was racist and hateful inside. I used to be her biggest fan. She knew exactly why. See, this is crazy. This is what true asshole, this is what real evil people do. They try to rewrite history. Nah, bitch. It's crazy that they're even making this shit up. Like, it's like they're always getting ready for the next lawsuit. They're never telling the truth.
Aileen, I don't remember the phone call, and that's when Aileen went over to Laura's, all that shit. That's the first time I saw him. And he came over and got on Queen's panel and said he didn't like her and she was blah, 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 like she cared. And that was the first time I saw him. I'm like, where did he come from?
Yeah, he came from the trash. Oscar made a visit.
Oscar, he just popped.
Oh, and here is the comment I wanted to also read. I mean, I don't know, but I have trouble believing Emmy is a teacher. Teacher assistants, maybe. I'd love to know what teacher assistants is, because if I could retire early or, get paid the same amount without actually teaching, that would be cool. But I probably wouldn't do it because it's not the same. I didn't realize there was teacher assistants.
Popped out. He got out finally.
He got out. He needed more trash.
No, I don't think Mel would claim him. I don't see Mel.
Mel would never claim that motherfucker. Not in a billion years.
What does mean claim him? Hold on a second. Exactly what do they mean claim him? Mel wouldn't claim him? I was a member in Ike Mel's channel for a year, and I was in chats for all of it for that entire year, actively. So what do you mean Ike Mel wouldn't claim me? I'm not looking for an owner, or I'm not looking to get a tattoo on myself like I'm a prostitute. What do you mean? What are you saying? Ike Mel's still one of my favorite channels. What do you mean he wouldn't what me? I'm not looking for ownership or any kind of weird loyalty like that. Y'all take this shit too seriously.
Popped out. He got out finally.
He got out. He needed more trash.
No, I don't think Mel would claim him. I don't see Mel.
Mel would never claim that motherfucker. Not in a billion years.
Not the way he talks. Nope. I don't think so. It's in general, but the way he speaks to women to me is absolutely fucking disgusting.
Yeah, and I don't see how Emmy doesn't. Either she doesn't want to see it, but that's a problem.
And again, why do they fucking care?
I don't know. I mean, tell them how you feel about how I talk. I mean, fuck, I think they misunderstand the dynamic here. We don't tell each other what to do. What attracts me about Emmy is that she's so different than I am. So
we're completely different.
It's such a problem. They're so fucking, it's such a problem. Look at these people. We have to find out their military records and their home address. Y'all fucking weirdos. And you're what's wrong with the internet. And whenever you say something like so-and-so wouldn't claim him, bitch, being claimed is not what I'm trying to do. Sorry if that's important to you. I don't even like the terminology, especially coming from a racist person. So I'm not interested in being claimed.
Right. So it's okay for, women to call other women names or even men names, but only certain men can't do the same thing? Seems a little hypocritical.
Yeah, sounds sexist to me. Yeah. It's sexist. What the fuck? Like I said, I treat all people the same. Of course I'm more gentle with women, but if you're a raging asshole, I'm going to treat you just like all other raging assholes. It doesn't matter. Tim's I think he would hit women. Never once. Never happened. Never will. I mean, it's weird of you to say that. I mean, that's what you people do over there at Queen Bee's panel, though. You project shit on people and slightly drop stink on people constantly, and I think it makes you feel better. But you're not better. You're not. You're actually the worst. So, I mean, when you're talking shit about my art and my military record, keep on. Like, what do you do for a living?
Oh, and apparently because I have 700, hang on, let me get it right. I don't want to, misspeak. Because I have 793 degrees and a certificate, you can say whatever you want, Sinner.
Is that how it works?
Well, apparently that's what someone's saying over in the other chat right now.
Yeah, they're
I
fucking
guess,
disgusting.
I guess that means that I control you.
I'm okay with that. I'd much rather be controlled with someone with 2 master's degrees that like takes care of the youth of this country than some fucking trash ass motherfucker collecting YouTube welfare because she's so dumb that she got herself locked into a lawsuit with another very dumb person, and then she's like, "Woe is me! Hey guys, I need this money for these lawyers." Know what I'm saying? Like, right? Fuck out of here. It's not impressive.
All right, we're almost done.
He's a problem.
Yeah,
That's her fault.
I mean, like, he absolutely was, because before that motherfucker came, I used to be in the chat, used to watch, I used to be chill, I was cool. Then
Same.
the motherfucker came at me for no fucking reason and acted like
Yeah,
a fool.
there's a lot of people that left because of him. They
Because
can't-
of
And again, why do you fucking care? Why? Like, I would think that Queen would be happy that people are leaving my channel. Because
No, I
then
mean,
I'm less of a threat.
I mean, their life is literally reduced to talking about the two of us. That's what they got. That's their journalistic insight. That's what their channel is, talking about me and you. Because they got nothing else. They can't cover true crime. They get all the names wrong. They have no idea. People mad in chat saying, you got it all wrong, and they just block them. Like it's the sloppiest ship that side of the Mississippi.
Yeah.
That's right. They left because of him, not because of her.
Yeah.
I mean, just like today, I go in the chat.
He's like having an Aileen around, which reminds me
Oh,
too.
gosh.
Aileen and Emmy, they were all Aileen, Emmy, and Bash were all fucking friends. So you
Okay, stop right there.
Lies.
I was never, ever friends with Aileen. Aileen came into my chats and she did get timed out a lot because she said a lot of fuck shit and she didn't like it. That's when she started looking to hunt me down. And I can't say the other person's name, but yeah, I was friends with that person. But I was never, ever friends with Aileen. So that needs to be straight right now.
No, that helps fit her narrative. The funny thing is, she's claiming that you're friends with Jersey Aileen, when in fact she's the one that's got the cell phone number. She's the one that's been friends with her for years. For years. How much? If she's willing to come up to New York, remember she's the same person that went down and took pictures of Betty's fucking roof. Now this is Betty's friend. This is how crazy these people are. They're still friends with Queen. Queen says, no, it's not my friend anymore. Of course, that's politics. That's what she has to say. Still got that number. Last ditch effort. She needs that help. She's going to get it. That's how I feel. Shady.
can't tell me that she didn't talk to y'all the same fucking way she talked to me.
Oh, as you're saying.
Oh, Brittany says Mel is where she knows him from. He didn't act that way over there.
Hell no, I guarantee you he didn't act that way over on Nick and Mills.
No.
I guarantee you he didn't.
No, I
Mel
didn't,
doesn't
because
do the
they're-
drama.
No, because they're respectable people on Ick and Mel's channel. And on your channel, you're not respectable people, Queen, at all. None of you. All the respectable people left. Haven't you noticed? They're dropping like flies.
Fuck no. And he wouldn't put up with that bullshit anyways. Ain't no fucking way he'd put up with that.
No.
I don't want to see your channel go down either, Mystery, but she's in a pickle with him.
Again, why do you care?
This is when they
If
threaten
I'm
your
okay
channel.
with what's going on, then I'm okay with what's going on. Like I was mean to you, so you had to go over to Queen's panel and say I was mean to you. So why do you care about my channel? You all were saying I was too obsessed with BHB, that I'm obsessed. It's not healthy. And now that I'm doing other things, oh, she's in a pickle.
Well, yeah, the second the same people that were saying that you obsess over Betty, or the people that the second that document you made that short video, that's when, like, I believe Hills was just trying to fucking read a document from a still of your video. That's why they got it wrong for the first hour, because she didn't even have the document that she was fucking live about. She had no idea what she was talking about whatsoever. Watch for yourself. It's called vicarious embarrassment. When you're watching someone and you're getting butterflies, like you're embarrassed yourself. But I wasn't doing anything to be embarrassed except for watch her fucking be a complete mess. I mean, I'm not a political guy, but I wasn't sure if she was like doing a Joe Biden impression or if I was watching a Saturday Night Live skit. It was unclear to me, but one of those two things for sure was happening.
Imagine if she turned on him, you know, he'd probably.
Oh, fuck, he'd go after her ass hard as hell. That's
Yeah.
Wow. So now they know all about you, Sinner. If I turned on you, you'd come after me hard.
No, I'm a much better judge in character. Like, there's no reason for her to turn on me. What is wrong with you people? Like, why are you trying to interject your weird little welfare system into like two people that are just getting along? Even if we're criticizing you, what you're saying now about collecting my fucking military records, and then like you're talking about a fantasy about what would happen if our friendship breaks up. Like, listen to yourselves. You're not qualified to even talk about anything, but you feel obligated to. And you said you're going to do this for as long as it takes. You're going to keep criticizing Emmy and myself. Bring it on. I welcome it. I need a reason to write more.
Fucking lets him sit up there and pretty much do whatever because he fucking controls their every goddamn move.
Oh, so you control my every move. Okay.
Yeah, it's not it's not what occurs, and not something I want. That's a weird thing to say. Again, they're trying to impose this working theory that I'm abusive to women and I'm controlling you. Some of them even went as far as say, "Oh, he's using street gang tactics." The fuck do these, like, honestly, like, they're just watching too much of the wrong news to start saying something about someone who just has simple criticisms about you. I don't control anyone.
I'm pretty probably she's probably scared as hell.
It's like when they're having two conversations.
Oh, I'm probably scared as hell.
Scared? Like, what are they implying there? Let's just take a second. Are you afraid of me, Emmy? Like, tell them. I mean,
No. They're implying that I won't speak up and disagree with you because I'm afraid that you might do something to me.
What is it that they think I would do? What are they implying?
I mean, I would like to know. They're live right now, and there's some people running over there telling them what we're saying. So maybe one of those people could ask that question.
Oh, I see you, Cheese. Yeah, no, that's actually what someone said in another comment. That's why I said it. One of their chats. You can run back and forth. I'm still right. I mean, you don't have any right to speak. I mean, what does Queen Bee do for a living again? No one can tell me. No one, because I know what she does. Nothing. YouTube creator. What exactly does she create? Except a bunch of bullshit, bunch of lies, a bunch of misinformation, some lawsuits. Not much else. Smoke in the air. She makes a lot of smoke in the air.
Much about her. She's been doxed anyway, so
She had like a conversation with the chat, and Sinner's just sitting there talking about nothing. It's like they don't even conversate with each other. He's talking about one thing and she's talking about something totally different.
I mean,
It's like having two people in the panel talking about two different things.
Yeah, and I will explain that, Boston, because I like to read every single comment. So when I'm talking about things that are different, Sinner is looking at chat in real time. I'm looking at chat most likely 20 to 30 minutes in the past.
Yeah.
So I appreciate the fact that Sinner is looking at chat in live time, and then we could discuss some things if I have something to contribute. If I don't, then I keep reading the comments, and I keep reading because that's what I do. And
Yeah.
it actually helps me having Sinner on panel, because then I can read through comments that maybe are really too old, that aren't relevant, and the conversation continues. So, like,
I mean,
I'm glad that they think they know what our production
yeah.
is
And
about.
also to point out like what we do wrong on panel and how we might step on each other's words occasionally. Like for Queen Bee to criticize any other channel, they're so bad at it. Like sometimes it's Queen. I think she went for her third shit today because I don't know. And then Tim's like, I'll be there in 10 minutes, and then it's chaos. It's just, Zig hails in the air, and the stink egg and Slowina all over there in charge, like lighting little fires, like they're important. And they've been there for 12 hours, and they'll be there for 12 more.
Like, I have a question though. Also, the Sentinello case, right? Does he talk about that case, or does he
Wow,
just shit talk about someone?
seriously, Hazel
Basically,
B? Okay, so I didn't see this comment. Hazel B says, at Glenda, she says and instead of and, because I live in New York. Do you make fun of how B Tim says different things? He lives in New York. We say things differently.
These people don't travel much.
I mean, I probably say water different than other people. I say
most of these people
different.
have never been on an airplane before. I mean, you could really tell the quality of the cloth that they're cut from when they're talking about, people's military service. These people have never been on a plane before. They don't know what other people talk like. YouTube's the only world to them. They've never actually,
And just like I say Pookie differently, right? Water. Guide rail. I mean, seriously? And like somebody said, that's all they got? Because I say and.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And I say kitten with no T's, even though I hear them in my head. Okay. Oh, I'm not sweating the small ones.
like the details of the case. I'm just wondering. Inquiring minds want to know. Like, that's the thing. Like, that's who you got. You got a guy who just wants to shit talk and act like a fool and drag you into the fucking shit, and he doesn't give a fuck. And it looks like Boston is driving home.
I like Emmy too.
Yeah.
Just like 15 minutes ago, I went in and said something because she was talking about the panel and Queen, and he starts in on me, talking shit. So am I going to go back over there?
You guys sit over there and run your fucking mouth, and you let him sit on your fucking panel and run his mouth, but you don't want me to say shit. No, I'm done with that. I'm fucking done with that.
Yeah,
Fuck
it's the same
you.
thing. You want to
Fuck
talk
her.
about this panel, but no one should talk about.
Sorry.
Fuck you, Queen Bee. Who the fuck? How does she think she's some type of presumed authority? She's just some loudmouth. Like, really, how the fuck is she to tell anybody how to do anything or say anything? I mean, really, she has scoundrels all around her. I mean, tiny taxi Tim over there. Do my taxes, Timmy. Like, I mean, she has the illusion. It's a complete illusion that she can say what's good and what's bad and what's right and what's wrong. She doesn't have any moral high ground, and she pretends to. And that was my original problem with her before she started talking shit on Emmy, and that's when I jumped on her panel. She's pretending that she didn't know how it was for 6 months. I mean, maybe that Newport smoke is affecting her fucking memory. I don't know. I've been the same goddamn person everywhere I go, including a year in Ikemel's chat as a member. So I don't know what the conspiracy is there. He wouldn't vouch for me. What do you mean? I'm just a subscriber to a channel, you dummy.
About her being associated with Sinner. Like, you're supposed to be the reflection of your panel.
Yeah.
According to her.
But he's like someone that's on every day. He's not like just random.
Okay, he's a reflection of her panel.
Yeah.
And that's why the shit ain't growing very well. It's not growing.
It's not growing? Really? I haven't even had a channel for a year. I didn't expect to be where I am. And again, they're going to say, oh, she's always talking about numbers. I'm a math teacher. That's what I do. My life is numbers and letters when we get to algebra. But I think I grew pretty fast, honestly. And oh, there I go again saying and
And yeah,
kitten with no T, even though I hear it in my head. Actually, I'm gonna just rewind
yeah.
that.
Someone said I can't get over the fact that she has a full racist on her panel. I agree. I mean, what did she say? You're the shit that you sleep with, or you smell like your owner's bunion or something like that. I don't know. It all sounds the same to me. But having someone like that with those beliefs and that hate in her heart is co-signing it. She's not the morning news. She had to click accept to put that person's face up there. Tell me I'm wrong. I think we lost Emmy.
No, I'm here. Oh yeah, so that's what that's where okay.
Jess
So this
Samantha
is the
says
same.
sinners a cuckold. Another racist term. Great job, Jess Samantha. Do you know what a cuckold is?
Oh, Jess Samantha.
That
She was
dude
the
needs
simp for BHB.
that dude needs to get her life together.
She did research for BHB.
I bet.
Mhm.
She's one of those actual psychopaths, like, and very accepted over there. Queen Bee likes all the seediest people because then she can get them emails. You know what I'm saying?
Like
Just
you're
like a
supposed to be the
bastard.
reflection of your panel,
Oh, sorry.
No, go for it. Sorry.
Okay.
Let it roll.
according to her.
But he's like someone that's on every day. He's not like just randomly
Okay,
someone.
he's a reflection of her panel.
Yeah.
And
But I'm
that's why,
saying,
that's why the shit ain't growing very. It's not growing very quick.
yeah, because he pisses people off and he acts like an asshole. And he's a coward. He fucking bends the knee.
He's so fucking
I
cringe
let the
too.
shit go
It's
for
like,
months.
wow,
I don't give a fuck. I let it go for a long fucking time till right now. I'm done. I've had it. Motherfucker's life is an absolute fucking shambles, and you got the fucking audacity to come on here and run your fucking mouth.
What do you mean my life is in
Shambles.
shambles? What does that mean? Do they know something I don't know? Because I'm quite comfortable.
I don't know.
It's confusing as shit to me. What are they even talking about? They're just making up stories. I mean, Tim is so good at these weird little fantasies, but like, man, those shits would never sell. It's the worst script ever. Also, what are they talking about? They're that fucking stupid.
Oh, and she said a cuckold is a man. Oh, dang it. Who has an unfaithful wife.
Oh, I'm not
So are
married.
they saying I'm a cheater? So that they're saying you're a cheater?
I don't know. I'm not married. I'm single. They don't understand anything. They're really not very bright. I don't know if it's because they're on so many medications because most of them are at home, unwell. They're the ones that really fall. They're the most susceptible to these scams that these people pull. So I mean, there may be just like not very good cognitive functions for a lot of people that just say crazy shit. But I don't know. I can't speak for it. I'm not a pro.
Sinner, did you see Shady's comment?
I missed it. I've been pacing around. Sorry.
So Chronicles of the Shady said, okay, we need to do a parody panel. Sinner is too good at the B impression.
Oh yeah, I've been practicing. I got a good Dolly one too, but like I don't hate. I mean, I don't have any beef with him. He's not. He's definitely not going to go live for 6 hours and talk shit about me and my school teacher friend. Just for no reason other than, you know. But she wanted it. She got it. I mean, I'm inspired to be quite honest. I feel very
Oh, Mama Bear, welcome back. Oh, and then Lisa said, well, oops. Dang, StreamYard. Chuckles like to hear about their wives' quote escapades, and that gets them off. Oh. Well, I mean, I am a hoe, so.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's the same person over there that was trying to decipher the police document, like she needed a decoder ring and like a magnifying glass and just the right lighting. It was taking way too long, but she was. Hold on one second. All right, sorry about that. She was so way more interested. These are the same people that say, "Oh, Emmy covers Betty too much. It's just way too much." These are the same people that were over there talking about Betty's hairline and how much she weighs and who she's sleeping with. It had nothing to do with the document they were trying to read, and they just went off on this crazy tangent. It had nothing to do with anything. Like it was like story time for Uncle Hales in the air. It was the most bizarre shit ever. So like the same shit they criticize you for, like, oh, they hit too low, you're picking on her, blah blah blah. She hasn't had that many people in her shit for a long time. Hopefully she never does again.
And I never made fun of her looks. I mean, I was looking at the misinformation and fuck shit she did.
I made some low blows, but I actually corrected it. Geez, we've discussed this. Like we discussed it. We've discussed this. Like I stopped taking low blows a while ago, and because the facts are bad enough, you know. But they don't notice that. They're not bright enough.
Oh, what did that say? Hippie. I agree, because when Sinner called into VHB's phone line, it was much different.
I don't know.
Hey, Phoenix.
How's the weather up where you guys are? Is it raining? Raining like awful here.
38 degrees in New York City.
Fuck.
Wow.
Dang.
That's normal for New York City.
71 here is just pouring out.
If y'all haven't heard yet, let me break the news to you. Aileen dropped the charges and Dolly got his shit dropped.
Okay.
Yeah, I figured that would happen.
Well, yeah, we already knew it was when she said she's going to, she's going to drop the charges. I knew that.
Well, she wasn't going to win anyway because of her going to his house and
Right.
all the shit she was doing.
Shit she done did. Yep. She did go to his house. She should have never fucking went to his goddamn house.
Right.
Yeah.
Common sense ain't coming.
Right.
And I sure as fuck did laugh when she said she was in his fucking thing. I said, yeah, I laughed. Like, I sure the fuck did, because I didn't believe that bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe something like that. Like, it's so crazy.
In my opinion, this is the biggest lie.
She didn't just drive by there. She
Oh, sorry.
In my opinion, this is the biggest lie. Queen Bee absolutely fucking knew. She's lying. I know. She edits shit. She lies. I mean, I can't believe people fall for this bullshit. She definitely set fucking Aileen down there. She did. She did that. In my personal opinion, from my perspective. It's funny that she's trying to throw that in there. Like it's almost like trying to convince herself. Nice try.
Pulled the fuck up, stopped, and got out the goddamn car and had her fucking camera all up in his fucking windows of his car, was all in his fucking yard, talking to the neighbor, telling the fucking neighbors that he's a pedo, all kinds of nasty shit.
Yeah.
That's why the fucking, and he kept going, that's why the fuck I got the other girls on the fucking phone. I said, oh no, you ain't finna do this. Oh no, I need a witness. Nope, I need a motherfucking witness.
Well, all this started with BHB and you. All that.
Fucking, that's when she started crying on and had a fucking total breakdown and shit.
Yeah, but all this started with BHB with you was because she thought you sent Aileen to Georgia, which everybody now knows is not true. But that's how it started. It wasn't something you said to her.
Not everyone. Agenda in the air. Not everyone believes that she didn't send her there. Like I just said, I honestly believe that she did. Why wouldn't she? They're buddies. At this point, they're absolutely friends. I mean, if she didn't say, look, it's right in front of you guys.
You still there?
Yeah, I was gonna let it roll. I didn't want to take up too much time.
Oh, I thought it sounded like it dropped off.
No.
Okay.
I'm trying. Yeah, go for it.
We're doing here.
Right.
That's what started it. Nothing that had to do with you. So people just need to.
That's okay.
Hey, Mama Bear. Yeah, but I think a lot of people don't know the origin. It's like you weren't doing anything. You know what I mean? Like talking about her all day and all that. That's where it started.
Well, that's her, and no one else can take accountability for that shit. She did.
He did it. Right.
Rowena says, I apologize if I kicked the hornet nest today.
See, that's simply not true. She didn't get struck by a fucking a lightning bolt by a lawyer out of nowhere. The reason that Betty sued her, I'm assuming by the looks of it, is because they were in a nasty argument back and forth with escalating bullshit against one another. It's proven. We all know it. So how in the world could Queen Bee sit here and be like, look what happened to me? Look what happened as a result of your decisions. I'm not talking about the law. Of course you're going to win. It's frivolous. We agree on that. But there's other laws that the courts don't deal with. Like being a good person or a bad person, like that has nothing to do with this case. In order to get involved in the situation to begin with, which is a result of your decisions, Queen Bee, you're not a victim.
And Dietz, thank you. Dietz said that Jersey might have been able to testify as a witness, but the state is the one charging. So the state could have dismissed them, but Jersey doesn't get to decide to drop the charges. So that's where the state is actually the one charging Dolly.
I see. I mean, I think it does have some pull. I mean, if they can spend less money, I think the courts will decide to do that.
Yeah. But I guess, it's their decision. But yeah, I didn't realize that. So thank you, Dietz.
I can't be silent any longer. It's just all I can stomach. No, fuck that. You're fine. You're all right. That shit needed to be fucking kicked and drop kicked down the goddamn field anyways. He's a little punk. So all he does is sit and run his fucking mouth.
Mm-hmm. What is she doing right now? Sitting over there running her mouth.
Yes.
For 6 hours, no less.
Yeah. So how is she saying I'm a little punk? All he does is run his look. I hope we wrap this up soon. I don't even give this piece of shit 3 hours of my existence. She's wrong as hell.
Hey, Bruno.
Let me see.
She was talking about Rowena. I thought that was funny.
Oh, she was talking about Rowena. Yeah,
something she said on. I didn't even hear what was said here.
Well, I mean, like, Rowena's not gonna hold her tongue anymore about that shit.
What he did.
We'll be home in 15 minutes and I'll jump on. You guys go on.
All right, Joe.
See ya.
That's absolutely what he did to Forgotten Whispers. Yeah, he went after Forgotten Whispers too, which I have no clue why he went after Forgotten Whispers. I don't think she said jack shits about him.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, he went after Forgotten Whispers. He was making comments about her. I mean, like posting comments.
Are he and Gina still together, or is that
No,
taken up?
no.
Okay.
Oh. So this is
yeah.
This is why I kept this in here. It didn't have to do anything with Forgotten Whispers. It had to do with this part because this is what gets a little comical, especially in chat.
Yeah, they're actually bonkers. They're actually trying to live like a fantasy, like vicariously through the two of us. Like they're making up whole stories. Lonely bastards.
I think
no. Gina said that. Okay, so on Gina's community tab, she had said that he can't talk to her per Emmy. Headlines answered her on her community tab and said she's not the reason why he can't talk to her. She says, sure, okay, Gina Diamond sure has got a lot of nerve. I have no control over anyone but myself. Nice try, though.
You have control over who is in your chat and who you have a fucking
Oh, do you?
program
okay.
with.
Okay, bet. Did you hear that, Heels? Did you hear that, Queen? You have control who's in your chat and what they're saying. That's the rule. You just said it on your panel. Okay, noted. Because that changes. It changes whether it fits, whether it's up to you, whether it's comfortable for you or not. Lying ass. But we'll stick with the last order, from the re-welcomed racist back into the community on your panel. She says it's so it's so.
You guys have a show together. You guys have a YouTube channel. He's not a random panel guest.
Well, and she goes something about, okay, and this is the thing too. Gina, this is the thing. You can't, she claims that that's her best friend. And you can't, okay, so she put on here, he's my best friend. And
she changes best friends like you change underwear. I mean, it's like.
Well, yeah. And then the second one here says, bet you got me fucked up. And if you think you're going to block me on 2 different channels and take my best friend and still have some balls to come over to my fucking chat. Oh, hell no, you obviously don't know who you're fucking with. That's what Gina said to her.
All right, I guess this is, excuse me, I guess this is an elephant in somebody's fucking room, so I might as well discuss more of my private business with strangers. I will. I'll appease everyone.
Oh, well, let me just give you this fun fact. Gina is actually on Queen's panel right now.
Okay, cool. That changes everything I was just about to say. That's so funny.
Yep.
That's awesome. Never mind. I take it back. Play on, player.
So that should be fun.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, I don't understand
she
either,
has a
man.
headline saying she ain't got no control over who he talks to or whatever. Or what
And
he
she
does.
doesn't. But she has control over who she has on her panel and who she has saying shit in her chat.
Right.
Man.
You know, so
And exactly. So everyone in this chat saying shit.
I mean, that woman doesn't even have control of her dentures properly. She's talking about control.
All right,
Listen to
that's
the word.
kind of
Listen.
a little bit.
Fair enough. But the word she uses, control, claim. Like, listen to her. Ooh.
I believe Heels does change it to influence.
Oh, cool. Influence. That's even
Yeah,
better.
so I believe if I'm not mistaken, Heels does say control is not the right word. Influence. So she does, if this is the clip I'm thinking of, that she does change it.
so if that's what she wants to roll with, then she can expect to lose subs.
That's the truth. What's up, Ellie?
Hey guys.
How are you?
Hey
Hey,
girls.
Ellen.
Sorry, I hope I didn't confuse you the other night.
Oh, now listen, this is the end, but just listen to what B. Tim says to Ellie.
Oh, I'm listening.
I feel like I
You-
made things more confusing.
I was so confused.
It was. I mean, yeah. You know what it was? There was like 3. At first, I only saw one of the page, and then there was 3 pages. I think that was
Yeah.
the confusing part. Yeah.
I think Emmy's coming up here to shit talk. What are you gonna shit talk about now, Emmy? Are you gonna show us?
Did you just call her fucking Emmy?
You're gonna call me Emmy? Oh my gosh! All right, I'm out of here.
So
He's got an Emmy poster for sure. Like when he's done with-
he called Ellie Emmy twice.
Yeah.
So I
that's
thought
so
that
funny.
it was
That's
funny,
for-
and
that's-
I thought that was a good place to end because he said
Yeah.
it twice in a row.
He's such a little
Um,
kid. Oh my god.
Oh, Much Endeavor says, I thought Gina said B. Tim was her best friend. Hey, I don't know.
Actually, I don't care what Gina is saying over there. I'll say it. Like I'm disappointed in losing a friend too. Like I wouldn't say Gina was my best friend, but I did consider Gina a good friend of mine. And I was even willing to let everything be smoothed over, but she just kept going at me, and I was just like, "Fuck!" I just apologize, and we could be friends again. And she wasn't willing to do that, you know. And I'm sure that Emmy doesn't want to hear that, but that's how I felt about it. But like, if she's over there on Queen's panel talking shit about me, all bets are off. That's what it is.
Yep. So this was fun, but yes, we've definitely gone over my 2 hours, and we're just over 3 hours. So, Nisi, I haven't checked email, but I probably have gotten them. And I do try to respond. I don't know how much I'll respond to tonight, but I do respond every so often when I can. So, anything you want to say, Sinner, before we
No,
wrap this up?
no, I just had to remind myself. It's it's not the shit that's talked. It's who talks the shit. Sometimes if someone's worthless, if someone doesn't have a job, they can't talk about a job. If they don't have children, it's not your business to get in people's personal how to raise their children. In general, you can have an opinion, but if you're trying to get in people's shit the way Queen Bee's trying to do, heels in the air, you want my military records? Why do you want that? That's weird. But go ahead, because I mean, keep it up, exposing yourselves for who you actually are. You're exactly who I always thought you were. So, and thanks everyone for joining us. Sorry I wasn't in the best mood, but I mean, when someone does that, what they're trying to pull off, I got to say something for myself. And I only speak for myself and not Emmy. I mean, it's going to take them a few days of watching this to figure it out, but I think most of us here get it.
Yes. All right, y'all. Well, it was good, and I am not planning on going live until Sunday night, but I know a lot of you like the words on stream, so I'll probably do that tomorrow just because poor AMAC was having issues galore with both the drawing game and the word game. But we need some fun, and it's a Saturday, so why not?
Yeah. Thanks for
Yeah.
coming, guys. I mean,
Oh, AMAC is live tomorrow. So AMAC, what time? Oh, right, Big Brother. So what time is that?
they wanted to hear my Queen Bee impression one more time. I'm willing to do that.
All right, so why don't you what do they say, like, when, like, at the end of a show, like, what is the word they use, like, I don't know.
That cheese said the Tone
Closing?
Loc impressions. Yeah, it is more Tone Loc. It's the best I got, man. Hey, if you guys want to kick down my lawyer fund, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? If you want to kick down my lawyer, anything can help. You know what I'm saying? I'm in this spot. I'm in this bad spot. I need some help.
All right, y'all.
Take care, everybody.
See ya.